Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they are ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they are ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they are ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat.
The final game of the 2025 summer here in the Cape Cod Baseball League. And it brings the Harwich Mariners to Chatham with a date with the Anglers to wrap up the summer here at Veterans Field. A beautiful summer evening, 71 degrees. Some sunshine coming in from the left field side. And a packed house at Veterans Field. I mean, just picture perfect night here on the Cape, and no other spot, maybe other than White House Field, that you would rather have your final game of the regular season at. It's here at Chatham, and the Mariners come into today with a 21-15-3 record, second in the East, and the Anglers come into this matchup 16-20-3, the fifth team in the East. So the Mariners, a little bit more momentum. They're on a two-game winning streak, trying to make sure that their I's are dotted, their T's are crossed heading into the postseason. And this is one way, Luke, that you can go up against a team that obviously has had its struggles this year to make sure you can throw the newer guys into the fire a little bit more and see what they're worth.
Absolutely, and I think less than trying things out, this is the time of the year where you're coming off that win against Hyannis a couple nights ago, but then the dominant win over Brewster last night. Like you said, dotting T's, but really making sure that you're sharp going into the postseason. You're healthy. Aiden Robbins not in the lineup tonight. No D. Kennedy. That kind of stuff is almost expected in a game like this, and that's because you got to give the Mariners credit. They've put themselves in this position with a record 6 games over 500 to be able to rest some guys, maybe try some new things out, and we'll talk about it as the game goes on. A different lineup tonight, some newer faces as always this time of the year in the Cape, but also some different positioning and definitely things to look out for because, like you said, the last game of the year for Chatham, but a new season's just about to get started for Harwich.
That's Luke Brenneman. I'm Gino Antamarino. With a win here tonight, the Mariners would have 22 wins. That's the most by a Mariners squad since 2016, so almost a decade ago. That's the year they had 27, and they won the division. Well, if the Firebirds lost today, that one's in the 9th, but if the Firebirds lost, or lose, I should say, and the Mariners win, Harwich will have the number 1 seed heading into the postseason. And the game right now between the Firebirds and the Whitecaps tied at 4 apiece with the bases loaded for the Whitecaps.
In the bottom of the 9th.
Bottom of the 9th. So if Orleans loses this game and the Mariners win, we'll have the top seed in the East. If not, the Mariners clinched a top 2 seed yesterday with the win over Brewster, so they're already guaranteed to have home field advantage. But obviously, something that we will keep an eye on and let you know as soon as that game wraps up. We spoke about the new guys in this Mariner order and, final game of the regular season, making sure everything is ready to go. All the new guys are prepared come the playoffs. And one guy that looks really prepared is Ryan Garrity. Played his 3rd game yesterday, the outfielder for the Mariners, and had a bases-clearing triple that really just pushed the Mariners past the Whitecaps in a blowout win. But that was just a little bit of, I guess you could say, a cherry on top. I got to speak with Garrity before the game. Take a listen. The Mariners pregame show rolls on. I'm Gino Antamarino, joined by Ryan Garrity out of Northeastern. Now, Ryan, yesterday you had a big-time bases-clearing triple in yesterday's game. You follow that up with a spectacular grab in left field, or right field, rather. Tell me, how are you feeling so comfortable with this team in just a few games under your belt here on Cape Cod?
It's awesome. I'm feeling very comfortable. The guys are very welcoming, and it feels like I've been part of the team all summer.
What's the goal heading into the postseason? Obviously, you got the last regular season game here today, but in the postseason, what are you really starting to find, and what are the goals with this team?
To win a championship. It's the end of the day, we all want to win a championship and go home with a ring.
How's the I guess you could say the vibes in the locker room right now in the dugout? How are you guys feeling? How are you guys feeling about the way you guys are setting out?
Good. We're all feeling good. We all want to be here. We all want to win. We're in the dog days of summer, but everyone wants to be here, and we love it. So it's awesome.
Going up against Chatham here tonight. First time you've gone up against the Anglers, but last game of the regular season. What do you think of Veterans Field so far?
No, it's awesome. It's beautiful. I've never been here before, but first thoughts, but I think it's beautiful, so it's awesome.
With yesterday's win over Brewster, you guys secured home field advantage, top 2 team in the East. How does that sound?
Good. It sounds great playing at home. I don't like to travel much, and I like playing at home, so it's awesome.
Awesome. Ryan Garrity, good luck today. And the Mariners' last game of the regular season, we send it to Trident Talk right now. No, if we win, we play YD. Game 40 and the final game of the regular season here on Cape Cod. We're excited to get the broadcast going at 7 o'clock here at Veterans Field in Chatham. Alongside Luke Brenneman, I'm Gino Antamarino. The Mariners getting set to take on the Anglers right around 7 o'clock, like I said. But before we talk about today's matchup, the Mariners coming into this one really starting to find their groove heading into the postseason. Yesterday's 7-1 win over the Whitecaps clinched a top 2 seed in the East. You know what that means, Luke? Home field advantage for the first round.
And that's huge. The Mariners have been good on the road, but they've also been good at home this summer. It's been a complete summer, and yesterday, a complete game. The pitching was there. Obviously, Friedman going over 6 innings of no-hit baseball. The Mariners one hit the red-hot Brewster Whitecaps, the offense. was dominant throughout. They had 2 innings where they scored 3 runs apiece in them. Just an overall huge win for the home regular season finale, and now a big boost going into tonight against Chatham, but especially the postseason.
You talked about the bats, but one of the new guys in town for the Mariners, the starting pitcher yesterday, Pierce Friedman, went 6 2/3 of no-hit, no-run baseball. The rising senior out of Maine, getting the call from Steve Angler. He came out, first appearance, first start on the Cape. He did not disappoint, but that's what the Mariners really rally on. If they can get a good start on the mound, it just seems to start clicking from there offensively.
Absolutely. And then when you dive into the matchup with Chatham tonight, they won last night against a good YD team. They walked 13 times in that game, just 4 hits. They scored 4 runs, won 4-3 against the Red Sox. So I think the recipe is pretty simple for Game 40. Throw strikes tonight, attack. I think Harwich has proven this entire summer they are the better team, and it's just up to one final game to show Chatham.
The Anglers not in the playoffs 4 times in their last 5 years, but obviously trying to end on a high note here in front of their home faithful, but the Mariners trying to spoil that here today. We'll see if they can do it heading into the postseason. Final game of the regular season. We hope you join us on the Mariners Radio Network at 7 o'clock.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player. You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the...
We welcome you back here to Veterans Field in Chatham. A beautiful summer evening, 71 degrees with a slight breeze blowing from left to right. The sun starting to set over the trees out in left field, past that left field wall. And just a beautiful summer day here on Cape Cod. A great way to wrap up the regular season, Game 40 of the 40-game season. Alongside Luke Brenneman, I'm Gino Antamarino. Mariners come into today on a 2-game winning streak and trying to get that last game under their belts. Steve Angler, the longtime skipper for the Mariners, 21 seasons. This is who he goes to in the order. Leading things off, Nico Brini, the center fielder. Ryan Garrity, the right fielder, batting second. Pat Foltz, the third baseman, he's batting third. 4, 5, and 6. Matt Conti batting cleanup, the catcher. Was the DH yesterday, had another RBI single. That's back-to-back games that he has brought a run in. 2 days ago, scored the walk-off RBI single that brought home Nico Brini against Hyannis. So Conti is really swinging a hot bat. That's why he's batting cleanup in today's game. Jake Coonan batting fifth, the DH. Tanner Marsh batting sixth, usually the guy that's at the top of the order. He's dropped down to 6 here today, the shortstop. And then rounding out the order with 7, 8, and 9, Kyle Wolf, the all-star first baseman. He's batting 7th. Michael Elko batting 8th, the second baseman. And Peter Link, the left fielder, he's batting 9th. 4 lefties, 5 righties in the Mariners' order in this game. They go up against the right-handed pitcher, J.J. Glasscock, the rising junior out of West Virginia. The Mariners this summer batting a .236 average against right-handed pitchers. It's funny because the Anglers are also going up against the right-hander Tanner Duke, and that's for the Mariners. And they both teams sport the same average against right-handers, a .236. So should be a fun one here this evening. But J.J. Glasscock, turning our attention to the starting pitcher for the Anglers, stands on the mound at 6 foot 175. making his 6th appearance, his 2nd start here on Cape Cod. He's gone for a total of 12 2/3 innings with a 12.08 ERA, 21 strikeouts. But, Luke, this is a guy that the Mariners saw last time out, but in a little bit of a different spot. Wasn't the starter in that game the last time these two teams met, but he was the first arm out of the bullpen.
Yeah, the Mariners beat him up a little bit. 6 hits, 6 earned runs. Glasscock's been up and down all summer. I mean, you look at the numbers. 17 earned in 12 2/3 innings. Another arm that this time of the year is just kind of how it works in the Cape. Guys who have been less swing and miss that you saw early on and more bat to ball, to put it in that way.
Well, the Mariners are trying to get to him early in this ball game as Nico Brini digs in from the left side, playing in his 32nd game for the Mariners this summer, the most by anyone in Harwich. First pitch. Blasted into left center. Jackson Freeman on the run to his right. Makes the head-high grab after losing the hat. One gone in the top of the first.
What an unbelievable night for baseball in Chatham. The weather is as good as it gets, and overall, Cape Cod speaks for itself. Sunsets, beautiful beaches, fantastic weather, but this entire summer, we've only played one game that needed to be made up. It's been a real treat.
You're absolutely right. Just picture perfect. You can't say enough. With the sun setting, the amount of people here, really just incredible. Ryan Garrity from the left side. His first pitch against the right-hander. Skips in the dirt. Misses on the outside. The defense for the Anglers, starting in the outfield, moving from left to right, it's Reed Stallman, Jackson Freeman, and Jake Hanley. We'll get to the infield after this next pitch. Here's the 1-0 to Garrity. This is low with the fastball. 90 miles per hour there from Glasscock. Over at third is Trace Muzzon. At short, Roman Martin. Second, Isaiah Lane. And first, Chase Fralick. The battery between J.J. Glasscock and Daniel Jackson behind the dish as the 2-0 comes home. That one's in there for strike one. Another 90 mile per hour fastball from Glasscock that he brought up just a tad. Got it in the zone against Garrity. 2-1 the count with one gone, top of the first. Nico Brini didn't waste any time. First pitch he saw, drove it into left center, a flyout. The 2-1. A zinger low. The Mariners come into this game after a 7-1 domination against the Whitecaps yesterday in a game that had seeding implications with both the Whitecaps and the Mariners tied at second before yesterday. The 3-1. Misses outside, ball 4. So Garrity flips his bat towards the dugout for the Mariners along the first base side, and he will trot to first.
Garrity has been a nice spark. Just 7 at-bats, had those bases-clearing triple yesterday, drove in his first 3 RBIs on one swing, but proving that he can hit atop the order, a nice eye there, gets on base in the first.
Through 3 games, Garrity's batting a .286. He leads off of first. Here's the lefty Pat Foltz, first pitch. Fastball high, ball 1. Daniel Jackson behind the dish had to stick the leather straight up to the shoulder of Foltz to reel it in. One gone in the top of the first with Garrity on first. Here's the 1-0 to Foltz. Misses high with the off speed. Pat Foltz, another new guy in this lineup for the Mariners. 5 games, he's got 5 hits, 4 runs. That's why he's bumped all the way up to third in this Mariners order. The 2-0. This is high again.
Glasscock already with some control issues early. That's now 6 consecutive pitches outside of the strike zone. All 3 in this at-bat to Foltz, nowhere near the zone.
Daniel Jackson from behind the dish comes out to the mound to talk things over. You're absolutely right, Luke. Daniel Jackson's aware of it, and so he's talking things over with his starter. But Glasscock, usually a reliever, as we talked about last time these two teams met. He was the first arm out of the bullpen. Got beat up in that game, gave up 6 hits, 6 earned runs in 3 1/3. But the last time he was on the mound served as the closer. The game against Brewster back on July 30th. As we resume play, the 3-0. That one's in the zone for strike 1, 90 on the inside edge.
And Gino, Chatham, a team that has been eliminated from the postseason the last couple of days, but Dennis Cook is not a manager that's going to let his guys go out there and roll over and have fun with this game.
The 3-1 as Garrity takes off for second. The pitch at the plate ricocheted off of something. It was a foul tip from Fultz. And so home plate umpire Jim Fonseca comes out to the mound to deal a new ball. Garrity comes back to first. Fultz with a 3-2 count, 1 out. Top of the first.
Something to keep note of, and something that I have kept note of this summer, is we see a lot of the same umpires, say 1 in every 3 games. Fonseca behind the plate, Gino, he keeps a tight strike zone.
Something to keep an ear on. Here's the payoff. Garrity takes off for second. Swing and a miss. The throw down to second. Not in time. The Anglers, as well as their faithful here at Veterans Field, wanted to strike him out, throw him out to end the frame. But they'll just get the punch out. Glasscock's first of today's game. So 2 gone, with Garrity recording his first stolen bag this summer. He's on second. Here's Matt Conti from the right side. Glasscock looks back at second to Garrity. Now stares down Conti. Kicks and fires. Blasted foul. First base side well over the Mariner dugout.
This is where Conti has made his money this summer. .261 for average, pretty dang good. But after a slow start, he's been extremely hot the last 2-3 weeks or so, but especially 2 out RBI opportunities. He's been that guy for Harwich. That's why he's the cleanup hitter.
Conti gets set for his 0-1. Here it comes. Breaking ball misses right at the chin of Conti. He had to move out of the way.
Gino, I don't know about you, but there's a certain feel about Veterans Field, whether it's the large crowds, the spot that we're in, the lighting of this ballpark, maybe the American charm of all the red, white, and blue, but it is a nice place to play a 7 o'clock ball game.
It is one of the gems on the Cape as the 1-1 is lined the other way, and a beautiful catch by Mazan ends the frame. Wow. Mazan like a cat springing to his left. Caught in the liner, and that ends the frame. With Garrity stranded on second, still scoreless, we head to the home half right here on the Mariners Radio Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they are ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team.
A beautiful day here in Chatham. We can't say it enough. We welcome you back on the Mariners Radio Network. 70 degrees with the sun setting, the wind blowing in from center field. Just a slight breeze, but it truly is a beautiful summer evening here on Cape Cod. With Luke Brenneman, I'm Gino Antamarino. We head to the home half of the first, still scoreless. The Anglers trying to end the season on a high note. They were eliminated from the playoffs a few days ago. The fourth time in the last 5 years. On the first pitch to Jackson Freeman from the left side. Whistles high and tight for ball one. Tanner Duke on the mound for the Mariners. The right-hander, the rising senior from Kansas State, rocks back and comes forward with the 1-0. Hard hit, ground ball, gets through the right side of the infield and finds its way to Ryan Garrity in right. A leadoff single for Jackson Freeman, the all-star center fielder. Still no outs, and here comes Daniel Jackson.
Chatham has had a lot of issues this year, whether it's been pitching. They were extremely strugglesome with the bats at the start, or at least 60% of July, I would say. But they have some superstars. Freeman, the guy on. This guy up right here, Daniel Jackson. It's just been the surrounding pieces that have been the A's issue.
Daniel Jackson digs in from the right side. First pitch. Broken bat, but this one's blooped down the left field line. And it's a foul ball. That was close. But Jim Fonseca made the call, was just off by a few inches.
That was as clean of a bat break on the handle as I would say, or I would wager, the Cape League has seen this entire summer. Jackson has got to be one of the strongest guys in this league. I think his numbers speak for himself. 4 home runs. He was a participant in the home run derby. He's also a catcher, SEC guy at Georgia, an all-around kind of workhorse of a bruiser behind the plate. He's had a fantastic summer. He's been Chatham's MVP.
He's strong, but he's also fast. He's first on the team in stolen bags. As the second pitch, a swing and a miss. Change up on the outside.
And that's the stuff that comes to the Cape League. I mean, how many times do you hear a catcher in double digits of stolen bases in a 40-game summer? Anywhere.
Right. Snap throw back to first. Freeman's back with his right hand.
That doesn't happen in the big leagues.
Jackson digs back in from the right side. Here's the 0-2. Chopper right a few feet in front of the plate. Duke comes off the mound, whips it to first in time. What an athletic play from Duke. A dribbler that just sat right in the dirt a few feet in front of the dish. Tanner Duke, like a track star, taken off the mound and made a nice throw to first. One gone with Freeman on second here in the bottom of the first.
It was a nice play from Kyle Wolf over there at first base. He actually had to go behind the runner towards the Mariner dugout into foul ground, step the other way off the field of play to make the catch.
Here's Chase Freilich from the left side. First pitch, low and inside, right at the laces of Freilich. Tanner Duke, 6'2", 180 pounds on the rubber. Right-handed pitcher making his first start this summer. 6.35 ERA through 5 appearances. He kicks and fires the 1-0. Fastball in there for strike one. Around the inner bottom corner. Duke's last appearance was back on July 27th. It was against YD. Went just 2/3 of an inning. Gave up 2 hits, an earned run, and a walk. So 1-1 fouled straight back.
And if everyone wasn't here for our pregame coverage, the Brewster Whitecaps walked off Orleans just minutes ago. That means if Harwich can win tonight in the season finale in Chatham, they will be the #1 overall seed in the Cape League playoffs coming out of the East.
1-2. Ground ball again, right side. Michael Elko sprawls out. It gets past him into the outfield. Freeman rounds past third. The throw at the plate. Not in time. The Anglers take a 1-0 lead thanks to an RBI single from Chase Freilich, bringing home Jackson Freeman.
Now batting for the Anglers, the shortstop from UCLA, number 21, Roman Barton.
Chase Freilich, the Auburn product, just 19 years old, but there's a reason he's batting third. It's because of plays like that. One gone, bottom of the first. Chatham up 1-0 over the Mariners. Roman Martin from the right side. First pitch. This is a little bit low. 1 ball, no strikes.
And you got to mention the strategy from the Mariners and Steve Englert. They throw out Tanner Duke, the Kansas State right-hander. He hasn't started a game in the Cape all summer. Been here for a couple weeks. He's not a starter, but heading into the postseason, you want your guys rested.
The 1-0. A little bit high with the fastball. 2 balls, no strikes.
I'll add that Duke has been solid out of the bullpen, so this is more of a test for him. From what we've seen Steve Englert do, gives the bullpen guys, the guys with the higher ERAs, just 1 inning at a time, saying, hey, Duke, I'm going to let you ride tonight. Let's see what you got.
Here's the 2-0. Popped him up, infield right side. Michael Elko from second makes a few steps to his left and makes the catch. 2 gone. Talked about Duke. Obviously his first start here on Cape Cod, but he's not new to getting starts in college ball. This past year at K-State had 7 starts and 13 appearances. So trying to bring that experience with him here today. 2 gone, bottom of the first, with Freilich on first. Here's Reed Stallman from the left side. First pitch. Curveball hits the inner edge for strike 1. Going back to what you were saying about the Firebirds losing to the Whitecaps, that means with the Mariners winning, they clinch the number 1 seed in the East as the 0-1 belted foul down the left field line and out of play. That means if the Mariners clinch the number 1 seed in the East, that would be the first time since 2016, almost a decade. Duke trying to put away Stallman. The 2-strike pitch. Line to the right side of the infield. Elko off of 1 hop. Throws out Stallman at first. So the Anglers strike first. An RBI single from Chase Freilich, bringing home Jackson Freeman. The Anglers with 2 hits in that frame. They're up 1-0 here at Veterans Field. We'll be back on the Mariners Radio Network.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the Rental Source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
We welcome you back here on the Mariners Radio Network from Veterans Field with Luke Brenneman. I'm Gino Antamarino. The Anglers strike first. It's 1-0 heading into the second off of an RBI single from Chase Freilich that brought home Jackson Freeman. The Mariners trying to respond. It's 5-6-7 due up for the Mariners. Jake Coonan, the DH, leading things off. He touches home from the right side and gets set for his first pitch from J.J. Glasscock, the right-hander. Glasscock takes a deep breath, rocks back, and comes forward. Breaking ball just misses, low and away. 77 with the breaking ball that time from Glasscock. Coonan, the DH in today's game, and for good reason. His last 12 games, he's batting right around a .250 average. Here's the 1-0. Skips in the dirt. Nice job from Jackson as he rose up, knocked it down with his chest. Not there was any worry about runners taking off. But Jackson keeping that ball in front of him. 2 balls, no strikes, no outs, top of the second. Jake Coonan leading things off. Here's the 2-0. Smashed into left. Reed Stallman towards the track. Leaps up and makes the grab. He just robbed Jake Coonan, who's got both his hands on his batting helmet. He can't believe it.
That's an unbelievable play from Stallman. I mean, a towering shot, hugging the left field line. And Gino, I don't know if it's the lighting here. I know a 7 o'clock start is a little bit later than what we're used to. But that one looked like it was going to be way out of here and just kind of hung up there. There's no wind tonight, so nothing holding it back in the park. But Coonan just a little bit underneath, but teed that one up pretty good. Just not enough for Reed Stallman.
Stallman 6'3", using all of that. First pitch to Tanner Marsh from the right side. This is inside for ball 1. 91 with the fastball from Glasscock. Coonan was looking for his 4th home run this summer, but just coming up a little bit short. Here's the 1-0 to Marsh. This is upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes to the All-Star shortstop for the Mariners. Usually the guy that's listed number 1 in this Mariners order. But today, Steve Englert's got him batting 6. Here's the 2-0. Zipper on the inside, right at the knees of Marsh. 3 balls, no strikes.
We've talked a lot about Marsh and his progression as a leadoff hitter. Well, he's taking a step back. You got to say it. He's been swinging and missing a lot, so Steve Englert moves him down, and I like that he's taking pitches early in this at-bat.
The 3-0. This is low, ball 4.
Right on cue.
A 4-pitch walk puts Marsh on first. It's now 11 straight starts that Marsh has gotten aboard. That's why he's usually batting first in the order, but I guess it doesn't really matter where you put him. He's going to find a way to get on regardless.
And that's not typically his game. I always say it every single night, but he is hitting 300 for average, Gino. Most leadoff guys get on via a walk. They get hit by pitches. They work counts. Marsh has been a bat on ball and simply just a hitter.
Here's Kyle Wolf from the right side. First pitch. Fastball hits the top part of the zone for strike 1. Marsh with 7 stolen bags this summer, so keep an ear out for that. We'll let you know if and when he takes off. 0-1 the count to Kyle Wolf. They check on Marsh at first. He's back diving with his right hand. Wolf, the rising senior from Boston College. Grew up coming to the Cape. I can only imagine the spot he's in right now. It's got to be pretty cool here at a packed house. As Marsh takes off for second, the 0-1 is skied high into right field. And Jake Hanley gets underneath to record the second out. That puts Marsh back at first. 2 gone in the top of the second.
With the Mariners not starting D. Kennedy, their RBI leader this summer tonight, there's no Aiden Robbins, maybe second in line for the Cape League MVP award as of the last day of the regular season. You got to find ways to get guys in scoring position because this lineup, if you look at the numbers, they're simply not going to produce extra base hits. So we've seen Harwich try and run a lot early in the first 2 innings.
Throw back to first, Tanner Marsh diving.
And that's how it was at the start of the summer. I mean, you look back when you had Eric Becker and Tyler Bell, those guys were a huge spark, especially in the extra base hit category. But the Mariners were running all the time, especially in front of them.
First pitch. Pushed the other way in foul territory down the third base line. And a nice catch from Trace Mazan over towards the fence that separates the bleachers from the field. And that does it for the top of the second. The Mariners leave Marsh stranded at first, but Jake Coonan, to lead things off, had a bomb to left. Reed Stallman robbing him as he stuck the glove above the wall. If he wasn't there, that was going to be Coonan's 4th home run of the summer. All right, we'll take another break here on the Mariners Radio Network, but we will be back for the home half of the second.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
At Cape Cod Healthcare, we're committed to excellence and compassion in everything we do, like helping people maintain their active lifestyles. Our innovative orthopedic program combines advanced techniques and leading-edge technology with highly specialized teams, including our nationally recognized Center of Excellence for Joint Replacement. Our focus is getting you back to doing the things you love, in the place you love.
The Center of Excellence and the quality of care that we can deliver makes all the difference to the patients. They understand that they can get the best care right here on Cape Cod.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we know there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. Now that's how we all win. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning. Here.
We're back here at Veterans Field. Welcome back on the Mariners Radio Network. Time now for the home half of the second. Chatham up 1-0. Here with Luke Brenneman, I'm Gino Antamarino. 6, 7, 8 due up for the Anglers. Isaiah Lane leading things off, the second baseman. Trace Mazan, the third baseman, he's on deck. Jake Hanley, he's in the hole, the right fielder. A beautiful evening here in Chatham. The 7 o'clock start times synonymous with the Anglers. It's the first pitch to the righty, fouled straight back. And it just makes for a beautiful sunset evening here on Cape Cod when the weather is nice. But a packed house here at Veterans Field. The hill that lines the right field is decked with lawn chairs. The 0-1, a dribbler to the right side of the infield. Michael Elko dives, he hauls it in, but no play to first as Isaiah Lane took off. And it was going to be a tough play to make all the way for Elko. A nice job from him to haul it in. But by the time he got to his knees to try and make a play, Lane was already safe at first.
Elko's been busy over there at second already tonight.
All three of Chatham's hits have been right over towards him, but finding that gap between first and second. First pitch to Trace Mazan. Misses high with the fastball from Tanner Duke, 89. 1 ball, no strikes. The fans here at Veterans Field clapping. The 1-0. This is high. 2 balls, no strikes. But Luke, I know you have raved about Veterans Field, and for good reason. But just a beautiful atmosphere. I mean, it feels like the playoffs with how many people are here.
Absolutely.
The 2-0. Misses inside at the shins with the fastball. 3 balls, no strikes.
And every time we've been here, I mean, I look back to, it was early July the first time we were here. I mean, weather permitting, this is kind of the Chatham charm. And when you think of the Cape, I think of Chatham.
The 3-0. That one finds the inner edge with the fastball. 3 balls, 1 strike to Mazan.
And it's obviously more of an amateur approach when it's just you and I's first summer here. But we've been to all the ballparks. We've been to all the towns. You go up the Cape.
3-1. Dribbled to the mound. Duke grabs it, throws to second. Marsh is there, throws to first. Double play by the Mariners. A 1-6-3. 2 gone in the bottom of the second.
But back to the point, I mean, you go up the Cape, you have Orleans and Brewster, a lot more residential. You almost feel like you're in the Midwest when you drive through some of those like tree-covering little windy roads. Still very gorgeous, but then you come to Chatham, the town here, like Harwich, a little bit smaller in Harwich Port, the main drag.
Lefty Jake Hanley takes a first pitch on the inside for ball 1.
You got Wareham and Bourne across the bridge, but right next to it, adjacent in Bourne. And then Falmouth, its own little section down there, kind of next to Catuit. So it's cool the way it's regioned out.
1-0. Curveball misses inside at the waist. 2 balls, no strikes.
And when people talk about, oh, the Chatham A's or the Harwich Mariners have to go to Wareham for a game, that feels like a crazy struggle to go all the way there, maybe a 50-minute drive.
2-0 misses low.
But the Cape League is so spoiled with the limited amount of travel compared to so many of these various summer baseball leagues, the Northwoods leagues, the Appalachian leagues. Heck, you go to the Pioneer League, you're in Idaho, Wyoming.
3-0. Misses high, ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Hanley. He thought about swinging on that last fastball that was a little bit borderline, but Jim Fonseca behind the dish saying it was just off. So a base runner with 2 outs as Hanley takes his spot on first. Here comes the 9-hole hitter, Cade Arambidi, the DH. But you're right, Luke. You should be a tour guide here on Cape Cod. That was pretty good. You got everyone, everything mapped out. First pitch to Arambidi, misses inside.
I've enjoyed it, Gino.
This has got to be one of your favorite spots, I assume.
It's also close. A little 15-minute drive.
Not too bad. Here's the 1-0. Flared foul the other way, over the Mariner dugout and over towards the playground.
And like the Mariners, I'm a big fan of just the aesthetic of the red, white, and blue everywhere. I mean, that's what I think when I think American summer, my first summer on the East Coast. But, I mean, the T-shirts, the sweaters, everything's got that USA good-looking red, white, and blue flag on it. And I think there's something to be said for that.
1-1. Foul tip.
And then America's pastime.
Yeah, I mean, this is perfect.
That's king here at night. Gino, I would say there's 2,000 people at this game tonight.
It's incredible. You know what would make this night even better?
A Mariner win.
Well, yes, and the ice cream they have here at the concession stand.
Well, that's going to happen regardless.
The 1-2 popped up straight back and out of play.
We actually are going to have to do an interactive radio discussion with our audience tonight because there are various selections. And Gino, if you haven't been listening this summer on the Mariners Radio Network, is a little bit picky on how much he's eating or what he's eating.
1-2. Dribbled at the plate foul.
So we may only be having 1 cup of ice cream tonight from the Chatham Snack Shack here at Veterans Field, but it will be something. And I hear there's a selection called the Green Monster.
That sounds right up my alley.
I mean, we were on the Monster at the start of this whole summer at Fenway Day. We had a good time.
Full circle moment right there. 1-2, misses low and away. Matt Conti lunging to his right. Nice job at blocking it and keeping it in front of him. Brings Hanley back to the bag. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Cade Arambidi with 2 gone. Hanley on first. Chatham up 1-0 over Harwich. Tanner Duke trying to get out of this frame. He stares down the right-hander and delivers the pitch. Whistles high and away. Works the count full.
I think one of the coolest parts about the Cape Cod Baseball League is all the local kids that are currently playing this time of year because they're close and all these teams need guys to fill spots. And you look around, you see so many kids at the game kind of dreaming, hopefully one day I'll play in the Cape.
Payoff. Fouled straight back.
I mean, we talk to guys like Kyle Wolf for the Mariners, Garrity, a Northeastern kid. And they say, I grew up coming to these games. This was all I cared about. And for a dream at one point to turn into reality, and sometimes you just got to take a deep breath and look around because I heard about the Cape League personally, selfishly, as an aspiring sports broadcaster. You know that the best of the best play here. You want to be a part of it, and it really is cool.
Payoff pitches. Hanley takes off. Pitches low. Ball 4.
2 out walks continue to hurt the Mariners.
Back-to-back walks with 2 outs like you talked about. Puts runners on first and second as the order turns over. Here's Jackson Freeman. But before he can dig in, Matt Conti from behind home plate. He comes out to the mound. And here's Hunter Dilworth, the pitching coach for the Mariners, to follow suit.
Just something that I'm sure Dilly is mature. He knows what he's doing as the pitching coach. I mean, heck, he's in charge of the best staff in the Cape for the earned run average. But you look at the bottom of the order. You turn 2 on Mazan after the leadoff hit from Lane. Well, now you're thinking a quick inning. Sure, you lose Jake Hanley, who's been slumping. He's hitting 8th on this team, a heck of a hitter coming out of Indiana. Actually was the Big Ten Freshman of the Year. But then Arambidi there, not very competitive from Tanner Duke. Arambidi's hitting 163 on the summer, is yet to hit a home run, has just 2 RBIs. So that's a guy you have to go after in a 2-out spot already trailing in the early innings because now you got first and second and you're dealing with a 260 hitter that has north of 15 runs batted in on the summer.
Jackson Freeman, the lone run scored on the day so far. He singled to start this ball game. Doesn't want to stop there as we resume play. Touches home with his tan collared bat. Runners on first and second, 2 outs, bottom of the second. Here's the first pitch. Skips in the dirt. Matt Conti knocks it down and immediately rises to throw. Keeps both runners at bay on first and second. Matt Conti so good at reacting to those pitches that might ricochet. He's got those quick reflexes. So 1-0 count to Freeman, but you talked about the skill. The Northwestern guy. Here's the 1-0. Inside at the chest, 2 balls, no strikes. Freeman was the first hitter on the Cape to reach 20 knocks. Currently at 36, that's the 8th most on the Cape. The 2-0. Popped him up, shallow right. Michael Elko from second. He comes back and makes the head-high grab for the third out. Chatham leaving 2 stranded that time after back-to-back walks, but the Mariners with a double play on Trace Mazan on the first 2 batters' face, but then, like I said, back-to-back walks from Tanner Duke, but runners on first and second, and then the flyout from Freeman is how the frame ended. We head to the third with Chatham up 1-0 over Harwich. We'll be back on the Mariners Radio Network.
Offering 0% for 60 months on CAT's new lineup of compact track loaders. That's 0% for machines that have been redesigned from the ground up. 0% for new features and big comfort.
Nice cab, heated seat, great machine.
0% for more power and performance.
Picked up a big 4,000-pound block like it was nothing.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's 0 time left. There's a 0 chance that you'll want to miss our 0% for 72 months offer. For a limited time, CAT is offering 0% on the purchase of many new small excavators. That's 0% for better performance, 0% for next generation features.
Great machine. It's quite impressive.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's 0 time left. One source has it all. The pros' go-to rental choice for the newest and most reliable equipment for any.
Welcome back to Chatham. The Mariners trail the A's 1-0 on the road at Veterans Field. Alongside Gino Antamarino, I'm Luke Brenneman. The A's struck first in the bottom of the first inning. The Mariners have been no hit so far. They have 9-1-2 due up to start the third inning against the starter J.J. Glasscock. Glasscock off to a much better start than the last time he saw the Mariners. In that game, he came out of relief, but went 3 1/3, 6 hits, 6 earned runs. He walked 4 and struck out 6. So Peter Link, in just his second start as a Harwich Mariner, digs in from the right side for a righty-righty matchup, trailing by 1 at Veterans Park. Glasscock kicks and deals. First offering, swinging a foul straight back, 0-1.
I like to see that aggression from Link. Someone that, so obviously one of the newer guys in this Mariner order, had his debut a few days ago, went 0 for 4. I want to see him start clicking.
0-1. Takes a slurve right down the middle, 0-2. So Elko, who made the last out of the second inning, still looking for his first base hit as a Harwich Mariner. This guy right here, the same for Peter Link. The 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Glasscock fans Link on just 3 pitches.
This is why he's in the lineup in Game 40, right? Because the playoffs right around the corner. Steve Englert wants to make sure his new guys are ready to go and are seeing the ball well come the postseason.
1 out, nobody on. The lineup flips over for Nico Brini. Brini 0 for 1. He flew out to center his first time up. Left-handed hitter takes his time and digs in for a right-on-left matchup. First pitch, a little bit low, 1-0. So the pitch mix tonight, that was the slider from J.J. Glasscock. The fastball, slider, slurve. And he also has a changeup, but he never really throws the changeup, just 3% of the time on the summer in the Cape. Here's the 1-0. Ground ball left side foul right into the Chatham dugout. Everyone looks to be okay, 1-1. The Anglers are managed by first-year skipper in the Cape Cod Baseball League, Dennis Cook, World Series champion and a true workhorse of a pitcher in Major League Baseball. Pitched for various ball clubs, won the World Series with the Miami Marlins in the late 1990s. The 1-1, up and away, 2 balls and 1 strike to Brini. And we've spent some time talking to Dennis this summer, and he tells it how it is. And you respect that a lot for a guy who has walked the walk. Because there's not many of those.
You're absolutely right.
2-1. Low and away. 3-1 to the Mariner leadoff man tonight, Nico Brini. Trying to get on base. He has 11 stolen bags already this summer. Behind him is Ryan Garrity on deck.
I want to talk about Dennis Cook because, obviously, like you talked about, played professionally. I'll wait for this next pitch.
3-1. Outside ball 4. Brini takes a 5-pitch walk. And he's awarded first base. The Mariner speedster back in the leadoff role tonight and gets on with 1 out in the 3rd.
We've spoken to Dennis Cook, and he's someone that him as well as the rest of the managers here on the Cape, they're fed up with players coming and going. They want guys that commit and stay and fulfill their obligation here on the Cape.
First pitch to Garrity, a fastball too tall, 1-0. And you're right, you start looking at the Chatham roster. It is slim pickings in Game 40.
But Dennis Cook wants his guys to show up because they want to. And we've talked to him when there was a little bit of a rain delay. We asked him, what are you telling your guys to just keep them focused? And he said, I shouldn't have to tell them anything. These guys
he actually
should be
said, I'm telling them
locked
nothing. Runner goes, throw down to second, not in time. There was no pitch to Ryan Garrity. Glasscock was set on the rubber. Brini saw that he was looking in for a little while, and Nico does the dash. He swipes second. The Mariners have a man in scoring position with 1 out in the 3rd.
But that's the way Dennis Cook operates. He wants his guys to be locked in.
1-1 is too tall. 2 balls and 1 strike to Garrity.
But he shouldn't have to beg, or he shouldn't have to tell you. And he said this is a grind. If you're not used to it at this level, good luck if you're trying to get to the next level.
Brini at second, 1 out, the 2-1. Curveball a little bit tall. Rarely see off-speed pitches miss up high. 3 balls and 1 strike to Garrity. In his first plate appearance, he walked. He can smell number 2. First base is open. On deck is Patrick Fultz. Chatham leads by 1, the 3-1. Up and away with the heater. Back-to-back 5-pitch walks to the Mariners' 1 and 2 men in the lineup. Runners at first and second with 1 out for Patrick Fultz.
But a lot of the complaints around the Anglers, you can say, from us talking to fans, talking to other interns, as the pitching coach comes out, Jay Powell, talk things over. The frustration is they want more of, you talked about it, you hit the nail on the head earlier, Luke. You said there's this Chatham charm, and that's what should be, obviously you want to play at the highest level, which is here on Cape Cod. But the pool should be coming to Chatham and playing in front of all these fans. And so Dennis Cook, I think it's his first year. He's trying to understand that. And we saw John Schiffner yesterday, one of the assistant coaches for Brewster, but longtime manager here in Chatham, and everybody raves about him because not only could he coach, but he knew what it meant to the community to have this team here. That's something that managers moving forward for Chatham, that's what they have to kind of uphold.
And Dennis has that for sure. First and second, just 1 out. The Mariners down by 1 in the top half of the 3rd inning. Patrick Fultz, the batter. Glasscock comes home. First offering, a ground ball up the middle. That's through for a base hit. Here comes Brini. He rounds third, coming home. The throw to the plate, a bang-bang play, not in time. It trickles behind the catcher, Jackson, and everybody else advances. Patrick Fultz delivers and ties this one up with an RBI base hit. Fultz advances to second on the errant throw from the center fielder, Jackson Freeman. And Garrity takes third. Here come the Mariners in the top of the 3rd.
We talked about it. Pat Fultz, he is going to be so pivotal for the playoffs, and that's why he's batting 3rd today, Luke. Every at-bat he gets, he just looks more and more confident, and we become more confident that he's going to make something happen.
2 in scoring position for the cleanup man, Conti. Glasscock from the stretch. Swing and a miss. Conti bit on a slider well outside the zone. Nothing in one.
You know, Conti's just licking his chops right now at this opportunity with 2 in scoring position. One of the top RBI getters on this team recently.
12 so far on the summer. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Glasscock went back to the slider on 2 consecutive pitches. They've worked. Conti behind, nothing in 2. Garrity at second. Foltz at second, Garrity at third. Game's tied at 1 in the top of the third with 1 out. The 0-2. That's a pitch in the dirt. It gets away from Jackson. Here comes Garrity, and he scores. Everybody advances on the wild pitch that Jackson could not keep in front. It popped up right off his chest protector, and the Mariners take the lead. It's 2-1.
Did you see how fast Garrity came down the line? I mean, he took off, and he reached full speed in maybe 2 steps. He was blazing. Didn't even have to slide into home.
A heads-up baseball play from the new Mariner outfielder out of Northwestern. 1-2 count to Conti, runner at third with 1 out. The 2-strike pitch. Swinging a foul straight back, Conti staying alive. In Conti's first plate appearance, he made the last out of the first inning. Garrity was in scoring position, but he lasered a line drive right at the third baseman, Trace Mazan. See if he can hit one of the outfield here. Foltz with speed over there at third base. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Glasscock's slider dominated Conti in that at-bat. That's what he went to with the 1-2. And there's now 2 outs in the third.
You know, this is the perfect spot to play in, Luke. Last game of the regular season, the Mariners have already clinched a top 2 seed. If there was any worry that the Mariners, I wouldn't say just go through the motions in their final game because it doesn't have a ton of implication on the line. I mean, to play in front of all these fans, that will certainly get you fired up.
First pitch to Kunin, a slider outside. Jake stayed away, 1-0. So you look back at this inning. After Link started things off with a strikeout, back-to-back walks to 1 and 2 in the Harwich order. Brini and Garrity, they both score. Garrity on a wild pitch. Brini came in on the Foltz RBI hit. Foltz is at third, 1-0. Swinging a bouncing ball foul down the third base line. The count's even at 1-1.
Jake Kunin, his last time at the plate, getting robbed by Reed Stallman. Was looking for his 4th home run of the summer.
Kunin hit a towering fly ball down the left field line, and Stallman rose up against the wall and brought it back. Chance to bring in a runner at third, the 1-1. Fastball down and in. 2 balls and 1 strike to the Mariners' designated hitter tonight. Harwich up 2-1 with 1 on and 2 out. 1 already in the top of the third inning at Veterans Field. A picture-perfect night for Cape League baseball. Game 40, 2-1. Swing and a miss on a pitch at Kunin's eyes, 2-2.
You look at Glasscock's numbers. His ERA is a little bit high, but he can deal strikeouts.
21 strikeouts in 13 innings of work inside of the CCBL this summer coming into tonight. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Right on cue.
Glasscock fans back-to-back Mariners with a runner in scoring position to end the third, but not before Harwich seesaws back on top. A 2-spot in the top of the third. The Mariners 2, the A's just 1. We'll be back for the Chatham third on the Mariners Radio Network.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player. You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight.
Welcome back to Veterans Field. A fantastic night for baseball in Chatham. Alongside Gino Antamarino, I'm Luke Brenneman. Harwich 2, Chatham 1. But the A's are due up in the home half of inning number 3. It's the top of the order for Chatham. Freeman, Jackson, and Freilich. That's been their big three this entire summer. Freeman digs in. First pitch downstairs, 1-0. Harwich puts 2 on the board in the top of the third and take control of this one for now. The Mariners playing for a lot more than the A's tonight. Chatham eliminated from postseason contention just a couple of nights ago. Harwich playing for the 1 seed if they win. The 1-0 is a fastball right down the middle at 91, 1-1. A right-on-right matchup. The Mariners starter Duke out there for his 3rd inning of action. Here's the 1-1. Fastball away, 2 balls and 1 strike. Gino, what have you seen from Duke so far tonight?
I think his defense has been helping him out a little bit. That double play that I'm thinking of in the second after a leadoff single to Isaiah Lane.
2-1. Jackson stayed away from a pitch right off the outside corner. The count moves to 3 balls and 1 strike. Freilich on deck.
I'd like to see Duke operate with a little bit more control, a little bit more command. With 2 outs in the bottom of the second, walked back-to-back batters.
3-1. Fastball up and in. A 5-pitch walk. Jackson takes first. And a leadoff man aboard in the A's 3rd.
Duke still looking for that first strikeout of the evening.
That's now his 3rd walk issued to the A's. 2-1 Mariners lead. Leadoff man on in the bottom of the 3rd. Here comes Chase Freilich, the left-handed hitting first baseman for the A's. Harwich back in their road retro baby blue uniforms with the red lettering, the navy trim, and the red hats. Chatham, the all-white pinstripes. Swinging a foul down the left field line. Freilich spoils that one away, 0-1.
There is action in the Mariner bullpen. Can't see who it is from here, but there is action.
Chatham, that red, white, and blue look. The white pinstripes, the red A. Runner from first goes, pitch outside, throw to second. Gets away from the shortstop, Marsh into center field. The runner who takes second, Jackson, in there safely. Thought about third, but wisely stayed away. That's the Chatham catcher who now has 12 stolen bases on the summer. That's right, the catcher for the Anglers. A dozen of stolen bags. Pitch was actually called a strike, pardon me. 0-2 the count to Freilich. Here's the 2-strike pitch. That's in the dirt. Conti keeps it in front, 1-2. Freilich already 1 for 1 with a lone RBI knock. That came in the first inning. It brought home Jackson Freeman. This time it's Daniel Jackson at second base. Nobody out. Mariners 2, Chatham 1 in the bottom of the 3rd. 1-2. Bouncing ball right back to the pitcher, Duke. He stares at the runner at second and has him in the pickle. The throw to second, not in time. Jackson was well off the second base bag in between second and third. Duke had him the whole way, but simply never threw the ball to second, ran him back to second, and by the time he threw it, not a play. Runner at first, Chase Freilich, is safe. There was no throw over there, and Tanner Duke wants that decision back. A bouncer that he made a nice play rising up on the mound to glove. Just should have got rid of it to second earlier.
Yeah, you're right.
First and second, nobody out for Roman Martin, the cleanup man. Duke from the stretch, looks to second and fires home. First pitch slider outside, 1-0. Martin popped up to the second baseman, his first time up tonight. 1-0, a fastball nails the bottom portion of the strike zone. The count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Freilich at first after the fielder's choice. Jackson at second. He kicked off this inning on a leadoff walk. Martin with 8 runs batted in so far as the Chatham cleanup man this summer. The 1-1. Fastball just a little bit downstairs. 2 balls and 1 strike.
You know, the thing I love about coming here to Chatham, Luke, is we always get a crowd around us listening in.
We're adjacent to the Chatham press box, a massive green wooden structure to our left, the 2-1. Swinging a bouncing ball to short. Marsh to second for 1, the throw to first in time. The Mariners double up the A's, and that's exactly what the doctor ordered. Jackson heads to third, but everybody else is out, 2 down in the third.
That was a tough play from Marsh. I mean, his body bringing him to the right, away from the second base bag. And that was a hard hit, bouncing ball from Martin. He gloves it, and that transition from glove to hand from Marsh is some of the quickest we've seen on the Cape.
He waited on it on the outfield grass, backhanded it, and rifled the throw to second. That was the first out. First pitch down and in to Reed Stallman, 1-0. Chatham crowd getting into this ball game, trying to root the A's on in the final game for the Anglers this summer. They've been eliminated from postseason contention. Harwich playing for the #1 overall seed this coming week. The 1-0. Ground ball and a jam shot in between second and the pitcher's mound. Charging from second, the throw goes away from Elko. Jackson scores. This game is tied at 2. And after the throwing error, Reed Stallman is awarded second base. So rule it an infield hit and an RBI, and then the throwing error from Michael Elko. It's 2-2 in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, I mean, Elko just trying to rush it, and rightfully so. I mean, Stallman was right there at the bag, and Elko had to make a really quick throw that he just never really had control of the ball before he let it go. It went skyward on Kyle Wolf.
That brings up Isaiah Lane. It's been a back-and-forth start here at Veterans Field. Runner at second, 2 down. First pitch, breaking ball outside, 1-0.
Luke, how does this team have a losing record here at Veterans Field? 6-11 at home. I don't know how you do not perform your best every time you're in front of this crowd.
The pitching has been a struggle. The 1-0. Bounced foul at the plate. That evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. I mean, there are people pushing and shoving, shouldering each other, trying to get a view of the Chatham A's in Game 40 on August 3rd.
Hey, we got a few thumbs up. That means we're doing a pretty decent job.
We try. Isaiah Lane's done a nice job this summer. He's 1 for 1 tonight. An RBI chance in the third. 1-1, a wave and a miss. That was the curveball from Duke. He gets ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes to the Chatham shortstop. Runner at second is Stallman after the RBI hit that tied this game up at 2 apiece. Chatham struck first, Harwich with 2 in the top half of the inning, and Chatham ties it up here in the home half. The 1-2. Swinging a foul down the first base side and out of play. Isaiah Lane has been a guy that Dennis Cook this entire summer has said is the best defensive shortstop in the Cape Cod Baseball League. Lane for average, 248, has hit a home run and driven in 20.
It's impressive.
I'd call that a good summer. 2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Duke went to the changeup and fans Isaiah Lane. Runner stranded in scoring position, but not before the A's tie things up. It's 2-2. We head to 4 on the Mariners Radio Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they are ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Cape Cod 5 is proud.
All square in Chatham. Time for the top of the fourth at Veterans Field. We welcome you in to the home of the Chatham A's. Alongside Gino Antamarino, I'm Luke Brenneman. This has been a back-and-forth ball game now in just the early frames. We move to the middle innings, and it's 6, 7, and 8 due up for Harwich against the starter J.J. Glasscock. He's back out there for inning number 4. The Mariners so far tonight, just 1 hit, 2 runs, but have reached on a walk now 4 times. Glasscock kicks and deals the first pitch. A fastball in there, strike 1. Marsh in his first plate appearance walked. Like many others tonight, that's just kind of been the issue for Chatham this entire summer. Now game 40 of the Cape League regular season. It's a 40-game summer, and the A's the only team to miss the playoffs from the East. The 0-1, a slider away, 1 ball and 1 strike. The combination of 3 passes and then offensively leaving runners on base. It's been frustrating for the Chatham skipper, Dennis Cook. Glasscock looks in and comes home. The 1-1. Fastball downstairs in the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike to the Mariners shortstop. Gino, tonight I got to ask you. So the Mariners had clinched the playoffs a couple days ago, but now they're playing for the overall 1 seed. That means if they can win tonight, they will host the first round of the postseason. That starts on Tuesday. 2-1. Too tall. 3 balls and 1 strike. But it also means that they would play Yarmouth Dennis and the Red Sox. And if they can't come out on top tonight in Chatham, they're going to play the Brewster Whitecaps. Who would you rather see?
Oh, I like that.
I'll let you think. Here's the 3-1. Swinging a foul down the first base line, out of play. The count runs full to the leadoff man for Harwich in the 4th.
I don't think you can think that way. And I'm going to give you the political answer because, you know, if you talk to any one of the coaches or the players, you know, who would you rather play? A team that wins the championship has to have the ability to beat anybody. I mean, yes.
3-2, up and in, high and tight. Tanner Marsh stays away because that one almost hit him. He walks for the second time tonight. The Mariners' leadoff man in the 4th is aboard. The 5th free pass from J.J. Glasscock.
Like what I was saying, yes, the path to the championship can be easier than others, but you don't want to start playing the game of, okay, well, maybe we should lose this game so we have a better seeding.
No. I'm just saying.
I know what you're saying. I'm just saying you kind of just have to let the chips fall.
Sure.
However they may.
Here's Kyle Wolf. Before his at-bat, a throw over to first. Tanner Marsh back in there with a dive. Chase Fralick, the big first baseman, 6'4", 240 pounds, manning that bag. But I'm not asking you to tell me the Kyle Wolf answer, the man in the batter's box right now. From what you've seen, you've gone to every game. We've called every game. First pitch to Wolf, a swing and a line drive towards left center field. This is trouble for the A's. That's down for extra bases. Marsh heads into third. Wolf digging for second. He's in there on the slide. No throw. And a double from Kyle Wolf. The Mariners have second and third with nobody out to start the 4th inning in a 2-2 game.
Kyle Wolf with his 3rd double, his 4th extra base hit this summer. The guy that goes to Boston College from Andover, Massachusetts. You know, just a packed crowd here in Chatham. You know he's definitely feeling it. But going back to what you were saying, I don't know, man. I mean, that Brewster team scares me a little bit. With Adam Magpock, Brendan Lawson, 2 of the top hitters on the gate.
Michael Elko due up. First pitch downstairs. He takes a first pitch ball, 1-0. Elko still without a hit as a Mariner. He's now 0 for 6. Just got in 3 nights ago. Without a hit, he also does not have an RBI. A good chance here in the top of the 4th, a 2-2 game with runners at second and third and nobody out. The 1-0. Swing and a miss on a 91-mile-an-hour fastball down the middle. The count's even at 1-1. Harwich one-hit the Brewster Whitecaps last night at home. It was a 7-1 domination. So maybe you might want to see those guys. I know they've been hot. I know they have a ton of all-stars, like everyone else. 1-1. Fouled straight back. Ricochets off the catcher, Daniel Jackson. He looks to be okay. Now a 1-ball, 2-strike count to Michael Elko. A big at-bat, not only for the sake of this game. It's tied, still extremely early. But Harwich would like to bounce right back on top after letting Chatham tie things up in the bottom of the fourth. Also got to get Elko an RBI. The 2-strike pitch. Fastball just off the outside corner away. 2-2. A borderline take from Elko. He's hanging in there. Wolf at second after the double. Tanner Marsh at third. He was bumped over there after his leadoff walk. It's been a fun one so far at Veterans Field. Doesn't get much better than this. The sun has set now past 8 o'clock on the final game of the regular season. The 2-2 swing and a miss, strike three. The slurve from J.J. Glasscock strikes out the 5th Mariner tonight. There's now 1 out in the top of the fourth.
Yeah, the Mariners have had a tough time reading that pitch. It's how Conti went down. It's how Kunin went down. Now Elko.
So 1 out, runners stay put at second and third. A chance for Peter Link. He also doesn't have a hit or an RBI this summer. First pitch. Just off the outside portion of the strike zone. Peter Link stayed away, 1-0. So for these guys now, Elko and Link, we talked about Garrity getting in town a couple of days ago. Patrick Foltz has been instant impact, Gino. But they're trying to get the monkey off their back here.
Yeah.
1-0. Fouled straight back, 1-1. Link, the 6'6" outfielder. Comes from Sacred Heart. I'm just waiting to see this guy run into one.
I talked to him the first time he got to Harwich for an interview, and it was pretty funny, the height difference.
1-1. Fastball spiked in the dirt. Daniel keeps it in front. 2 balls and 1 strike to the Harwich 9th hitter in Steve Englert's lineup tonight. On deck, the top of the order, and Nico Brini. 2 in scoring position in a game tied at 2 in the top of the fourth at Veterans Field in Chatham. Glasscock from the stretch. Comes home with the 2-1. Slider lands on the outside corner. Link did not offer. The count's even at 2-2. After you start this inning with second and third, nobody out, Elko strikes out in the at-bat before. Harwich has got to get at least 1 across in this inning. Trying to take the lead. 2-2. Swinging a liner to third, caught out of the air from Trace Mazan. And there's now 2 outs in the fourth.
Wow. That's the second liner that Mazan has reacted to in a split second and has made the grab.
The first liner was a rocket right at him, and he had to step back to catch it. That one was one of those dying liners.
Right.
And he did a nice job to attack it and catch it before it hit the ground. He caught it right at his shoelaces. That would have been a tough play to handle, kind of a knuckleball spin, you could tell. Nonetheless, 2 outs, 2 in scoring position still. The lineup turns over for Nico Brini. Nico's 0 for 1 tonight, but walked and scored, most recently in the third. Harwich trying to take the lead here. First offering to Brini. Slider inside. Nico gets ahead 1-0. Feels like Marsh reached forever ago in this inning. Wolf doubled him over. They've been there for back-to-back Mariner outs. The 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. And these are the spots that, yes, give Harwich credit. They've been clutch in 2-out RBI opportunities, but when it comes to the small ball and the sacrifice-style RBIs, they haven't been great.
No.
Tonight, another example in the fourth. It's on Brini to pick the guys up. The 1-1. Ground ball right side. Charging from second is Isaiah Lane. He flips underhand to first. A close play. Brini is out. So after second and third with nobody out to start the inning, a strikeout, a line out, and then an inning-ending ground out, Glasscock gets out of the fourth. This game stays tied, and we head to the Chatham fourth on the Mariners Radio Network.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig,
Back here in Chatham, we welcome you back on the Mariners Radio Network. Harwich strands 2 in scoring position in the top half of the fourth. This game stays tied at 2 apiece. 7-8-9 due up for Chatham. The Mariners call to the bullpen and bring in Brian Matashat. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1 to Trace Mazan. So Tanner Duke, who started tonight for the first time this summer for the Mariners, he comes out, gave up 2 runs on 4 hits. Only struck out 1 and walked 3 Chatham A's. The 0-1 is a fastball too tall. The count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Gino, what did you think about Duke's first start of the summer in game 40?
Yeah, I didn't think it was that bad of a start. I mean, the Anglers, you got to give them credit. They came out, they were ready to go.
1-1. Check swing. It was a strike the entire way on the outside corner. Matashat gets ahead 1-2.
I thought he could have operated with a little bit more command. With 2 away in the second, he walked back-to-back batters, then had the third walk in the third.
2-strike pitch. Swinging a liner right up the middle for a leadoff base hit. Mazan reaches for the first time tonight. And here come the Chatham A's in the bottom of the fourth.
But I thought the defense behind Duke was stellar. 2 double plays that were difficult ones to make. And, you know, you got to give credit to Duke as well, because that first one was started from him.
Here's Jake Hanley. His first time up, he walked. A right-on-left matchup, first offering, swing and a miss. 89 miles an hour on the fastball from Matashat. It was away. Hanley chased strike 1.
I will say the Mariners need to have some better run support because they had 2 in scoring position last frame and left them stranded.
0-1. That's right on the outside corner with the changeup. Matashat quickly ahead of Hanley, 0-2. 1 out, or excuse me, 1 on, nobody out. This game's tied at 2 apiece. Matashat working quick. The 0-2. A dripping liner down in right center field, a base hit for Hanley. A changeup outside to the left-handed hitter. He reached out and just slapped it to right center field. That's a nice piece of hitting from the Indiana product.
This part of the order has been pretty dangerous so far tonight. Was on his first hit, but he's someone that can get going. Hanley for the second time today has reached. Aaron Beatty now up to bat. He reached last time off a walk.
This is the bottom of the order. Here's the last man in the Chatham order, Cade Aaron Beatty. First and second, nobody out. First offering. In the dirt, Conti keeps it in front, 1-0. So back-to-back base hits for the first 2 men that Brian Matashat sees in the Cape Cod Baseball League. The right-hander got in 2 nights ago He's from Sacred Heart. That's the same school as Peter Link, who's now starting his second game of the summer. Right on right matchup, the 1-0. Fastball down once again. And Aaron Beatty is quickly ahead of the Mariner reliever, 2 balls and no strikes. Tanner Duke's final line, 3 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned. He walked 3 and only struck out 1. The 2-0. Get me over fastballs in there, 2 balls and 1 strike. Harwich still boasting the lowest team and staff earned run average in the Cape, a 3.31. 2-1. Swing and a miss. That was a changeup running in on the right-handed hitter. A nice pitch. Works the count even. It's 2-2 to the Anglers' designated hitter. Aaron Beatty digs back into the back of the right-handed batter's box. Runner at first is Hanley. Mazan at second. Nobody out in the bottom of the 4th. The 2-2. Just off the outside corner with 90 on the radar gun. Matashat wanted that call. Jim Fonseca does not give him that signal. The count runs full.
I thought that was there, Luke.
So did I. Payoff pitch. Bouncing ball to the pitcher's mound. Matashat goes to third for the first out. Now across the diamond trying to turn 2. One hops into the first baseman, Wolf Smith, not in time. A nice decision from Matashat to get the lead runner at third base. There wasn't a play for Hanley at second. And there's now 1 down. Runners stay at first and second. But it's now Aaron Beatty on first, and Hanley bumps over to second. So a 1-5 fielder's choice brings the first out of the inning. Lineup turns over. Jackson Freeman digs in. He's 1 for 2 so far tonight. A right-on-left matchup, first pitch. Outside, 1-0. We just got terrible news, Gina. I mean, terrible news. They don't have any of the specialty ice creams here at Veterans Field. The 1-0. A strike on the outside corner away, 1-1.
I had a feeling at the beginning when we heard it was mint ice cream with Oreos. I mean,
we should have been the first people in line.
I know.
First and second, 1 out, a tie game in Chatham. The 1-1. Way too high. That was a slider up there. 2 balls and 1 strike to the Anglers' leadoff hitter, Jackson Freeman. Freeman singled in the first. He came around to score. It's been back and forth as we're now into the middle innings here on a summer night in Chatham. 2-1, a broken bat bouncer to second. The flip to second for 1. Throw to first. Not in time.
Ooh.
Another bang-bang play as the Mariners try and turn 2. They already have 1 double play tonight, but don't get 1 there. Advancing from second to third is the lead runner, Jake Hanley. And Freeman aboard on yet again another fielder's choice. That one a 4-6 fielder's choice. So here we go. The Chatham MVP, Daniel Jackson, gets an at-bat with runners on the corners and 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. It's a tie game. Now, which once started as a sunny, gorgeous night in Chatham. Throw over to first, not in time. Has turned in to still a gorgeous night, but awfully dark. The lights are on at Veterans Field. This place is lit up and packed with fans. First pitch. Fastball right down the middle, 0-1. Jackson's 0 for 1, walked and scored in the 3rd. It's .264 for average, has hit 4 home runs, and knocked in 17 on the summer. Matashat ahead, 0-1. Throw over to first again, a close play, not in time.
There is action in the Mariner bullpen, and that's what we kind of expected because it's Matashat's first appearance here on the Cape. Usually Steve Engler likes to keep these guys fresh, not go too long. But Pierce Friedman yesterday was a different story.
0-1. Ground ball to short. Marsh is there, throws to second. Got him. The Mariners and Matashat escaped the 4th. Chatham was striking on back-to-back singles to open up the inning, but everybody is stranded. We head to inning number 5, a tie game at Veterans Field, game 40 on the Cape League Summer. We hope you stick around on the Mariners Radio Network.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else? Then dial up the rental source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financing journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the rental source staffed with equipment and construction.
Welcome back to Veterans Field. Time now for the fifth, with this ball game still knotted up at 2 apiece. With Luke Brenneman, I'm Gino Antamarino. 2-3-4 due up for the Mariners. Ryan Garrity leading things off with Pat Fultz on deck, Matt Conti in the hole. J.J. Glasscock in his 5th inning of work. Luke, what have you seen out of the right-hander?
Well, he struck out a lot of guys, and he's kind of done what the numbers say about Glasscock. He strikes out a lot. The numbers don't show you that he walks too many, but he gives up a lot of hits. And so far, only 2 Mariner hits, so I would say he's pitching deep into this game, deeper than Dennis Cook maybe would have expected if you look at his past outings, and he's kept Chatham in it, so he's done a nice job.
Glasscock with 5 strikeouts already today. Stares down the left-handed hitter. First pitch. Breaking ball called a strike right on the lower edge. Garrity so far today, back-to-back walks, as well as a run and a stolen base. Here's the 0-1. Off speed. It's the lower edge for strike 2. Garrity in his 4th game as a Mariner has looked sharp. Comes into today with a .286 average. He gets set for the 0-2. High and away. First ball of the count off the fastball from Glasscock. But Garrity, a rising junior from Northeastern, started his Mariner stint going 1 for 4 with a run. So 1-2 comes home. Misses outside. 90 from Glasscock. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And this is kind of that inning that is a risky inning if you're throwing out Glasscock. Yes, he's deserved it, only giving up 2 hits. He has 2 runs. The defense hasn't helped him. They aired in a run, if you will. But this is make or break now.
Here's the 2-2. Foul tip out of the glove of Jackson.
And not make or break for the sake of win or loss in this game. I mean, heck, it's the 5th inning at Veterans Field. But more in the sense of how is Glasscock's outing going to go? You get out of the 5th, you make it easy, you come off the mound. This Chatham crowd's going to erupt for the starter in their final regular season game or final game of the year for the A's. And then if you're dealing with 2, 3, 4 and the rest of these guys, you start getting guys on, you give up a couple more hits, the Mariners could get into Glasscock and quickly ruin a start that's off to a, I would say, decent outing for Glasscock.
Garrity digs back in from the left side. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Check swing. Fonseca said he went around. Strike 3. That slurve getting to Garrity. Now Glasscock's 6th punch out of the day. Just 1 away in the top of the 5th. Here's Pat Fultz. Pat Fultz touches the dish. From the left side, he gets set. Here's the first offering. Outside for ball 1. Now, Luke, we came in here to Chatham And if you've been tuned into the Mariner Radio Network all summer long, you would know that anytime we go on the road, we try some of the specialty foods. Is the 1-0. Slurve misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes.
And there have been specialties.
Oh, I think of the Brave over at Bourne immediately.
The donut burger at YD.
There's
the close
a lot. There have been a lot of food tried here on the Mariners Radio Network. 2-0, misses outside. 3 balls, no strikes.
And mind you, these are staple, unique, homemade types of desserts or burgers. And all we've heard about is the Chatham A's ice cream selection. Meanwhile, Gino, fill our audience in on what Dave Roberts just brought us, because I think I've been eating these since 5th grade.
Here's the 3-0. Misses outside, ball 4. So Foltz will chuck his bat towards the dugout and take his spot on first with 1 away in the top of the 5th. Matt Conti now up to bat. So, like we've been saying, we go to the different ballparks, try the specialty foods. I was talking about the Brave. That's Bourne's signature. It's 2 peanut butter and jelly Smucker's Uncrustables with a burger patty in between. It was something. First pitch to Conti from the right side, a fastball down the middle for strike 1. So today, Chatham has this signature ice cream dish called the Green Monster. It's green mint with Oreos on top. We heard about it, and Luke and I immediately started drooling. And we said, okay, we got to try this immediately. Here's the 0-1. Hard hit ground ball to second. Lane underhands to the shortstop covering the bag, and the throw to first in time for the double play. But before we send it to break, let me explain a little bit further. So we did not get the Green Monster. Unfortunately,
we did not get the Grand Slamwich. We didn't get
anything.
Dunking, whatever that ice cream. I mean, there are
the 50-50
various ice cream selections here at Veterans Field. We got the Blue Bunny store-bought Chips Galore sandwich.
Dave Roberts, our producer.
That you can find at your local grocery store.
Okay, we got to give some credit.
No. They were sold out. It was not Dave's fault. It was not Dave's fault.
Dave went over. He was raising a fit at the concession stand, but the guy said, listen, we can't make any more. Here's a Blue Bunny Chips Galore ice cream sandwich. That are we going to try?
Well, I say we go to break, we try it during the break, and we come back with the score.
Fair enough. All right.
Stick around.
Stick around on the Mariners Radio Network.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the Rental Source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us.
Well, we welcome you back here to Veterans Field. It's 3-4-5 due up for the Anglers. Tie ball game at 2 apiece between the Anglers and the Mariners. Brian Matishat on the mound, making his Mariner debut. Relieved Tanner Duke, who started, but Matishat has looked quite solid so far. He stares down Trace Fralick from the left side. First pitch. Fastball down the middle for strike 1.
I think Matishat showed a lot in that previous inning. Back-to-back singles, his first time coming into a game in the Cape Cod Baseball League. Stranded everybody, got out scoreless.
Here's the 0-1. Another fastball, same place, strike 2. Defensive substitution for the Mariners. In left, replacing Peter Link, is Ernie Echeverria. So we get set for the 0-2 to Frelick. Here's the pitch. A dribbler that just rules foul right off the plate. Okay, our producer Dave Roberts, if you were with us before the last break, he is antsy that we try this ice cream sandwich. So Luke, you wanna dive in here, man? I know this is right up your alley.
I'm gonna act like I haven't had 350 of these in my life.
The 0-2 misses low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I mean, that's Chatham's specialty right there. You can only get those in every Walmart across the country.
But I think they might taste just a little bit better when you're
here in Chatham. And delivered by Dave Roberts, our best.
And we let it melt a little bit
in the Mariners.
Which is
1-2
nice.
misses inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
It
you're right.
Adds something to it, I think.
You're right. I mean, it does look very enticing. I'm going to get a bite of it here shortly. Madishat kicks and fires a 2-2. Oh, misses somewhere. Right on the inside. Madishat, his family actually here in attendance for his debut. They're excited. They just came up and talked to us. Dave Roberts, our producer, diving into the ice cream sandwich. The 3-2, check swing. He did not go around, ball 4. This is how you multitask, folks. I'm handling a food review right now. I'm dealing with the action on the field. All right, I'm diving into this ice cream sandwich. Take it away, Luke.
Madishat, leadoff walk. That's a nice at-bat from Frelick. Gino just took about 90% of this ice cream sandwich away into his mouth. Now we hand it off to the 4th Mariner that's going to try it.
That was incredible.
Sanitary stuff here in Harwich.
That was one of the best things I've ever had in my life.
So now we have to get scores from everybody, but there's a balk on Madishat.
So Frelick goes to second on the balk. Roman Martin from the right side. So far today, 0 for 2. Induced a double play his last time at the plate.
So now we all need scores. Dave, your score? 6 out of 10. Our writer, Jack Belanger, 7 out of 10.
First pitch misses high. We're seriously giving it a 6? That thing was incredible.
Let me try that thing one more time. Well, it depends. If you're biting into the chocolate chip part, that's the value.
See, that's how I know you've had a gazillion of these. That is a professional answer right there. Here's the 1-0. Skied into foul territory. Look out. And it ricochets off the top of the Angler dugout. So foul ball.
That thing's an 8 out of 10. Are you kidding me?
I'm saying 8.
That's all reliable right
there.
I mean, you bring that to, you buy that at the Snack Shack here in Chatham for probably 4x retail price, and you enjoy every last bite of it.
Got a nice ball game in front of you, too, a nice view. Food always tastes better when you have a good view in front of you. Always.
Oh, I got a good question for you coming up then.
Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball misses low and outside. 2 balls, 1 strike to Roman Martin. Frelick on second. Still no outs in the bottom of the 5th. All right, what's your question, Luke?
So you know how people will grab dinner and go to the beach, or on the Cape you'll grab a pizza, come to a
Sure.
ball game. We see all kinds of subs, sandwiches, dinner selections here on Cape League games.
Here's the 2-1. Ground ball to third. It gets past Foltz, but Marsh is right there to back it up. He scoops it up and throws to first. So a 6-3 ground out. Tanner Marsh backing up his third baseman, Pat Foltz, after it squeaked past his glove as Foltz was running from third to his left. Marsh hauled it in. There's 1 away in the bottom of the 5th with Frelick still on second. Tie ball game at 2 apiece.
That's really good chemistry to see early. Foltz, just his 3rd start at third base, Gino, he flat out whiffed on that ground ball, and Marsh was right there to back him up. A better throw, sidearm away from the first base bag on time.
First pitch to the lefty, Reed Stallman. It gets away from Conti, but not by much as it rolls past his feet. He looks up and brings Frelick back to second. But
So
go
my
ahead.
question is, if you were to come to the game, just as a fan, we've worked every game this summer, what food would you pick up? A pizza, a sandwich, maybe just an ice cream?
1-0. Popped up into dead center. Nico Brini literally not moving at all. He makes the head-high grab. And with his throw to Tanner Marsh at short, keeps Freilich at second. So 2 gone in the bottom of the 5th. Freilich still on second with Isaiah Lane up to bat. So if I had to pick a food, it's funny because here on the radio, Luke, a question that can be answered in 5 seconds always takes us at least 5 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know why.
With all the breaks, with trying to call the game, with handling all these different things. First pitch. This is low and away. If I had to pick a food, I would say I'm going with the Scribano's Italian pesto chicken sandwich. Are you kidding me? The 1-0. Down the middle for strike one. I mean, look, my name is Gino Antamarino. Like, are you kidding? I can't. Oh, my gosh. Luke just pulled out a bag with Scribano's on it. That's how much we love Scribano's here in Harwich.
I mean, they should be paying us at this point.
The 1-1 nails the inner edge for strike two. Matishat 1 pitch away from ending this frame. Freilich on second. Tie ball game at 2 apiece. I'm assuming you're going with Scribano's too. The 1-2, wave and a whiff.
Big strikeout.
Rather they call a foul tip. Just getting a piece of it was Lane.
I thought Conti held on. I guess he kind of bluffed it as the ball just trickled out of his mitt.
The scorekeeper here at Veterans Field also thought it was a strikeout. The ball and strike count reset back to 0. So they put the tallies back on the board. It's 1-2. 2-strike pitch. A slow bouncer to third. This time Foltz has it and guns out Lane at first. That ends the frame with Freilich stranded on second. A ground out, a fly out, and another ground out. End the 5th with the game still tied at 2 apiece. But Luke, are you going to say where your go-to?
I'm getting a big old pizza.
Do you have a place in mind or just pizza?
I'm just saying in general.
Just pizza. All right, pizza and Scribano sandwich. That's your tips. If you come to Harwich, that's where we recommend you go. All right, we'll be back on the Mariners Radio Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
At Cape Cod Healthcare, we're committed to excellence and compassion in everything we do, like helping people maintain their active lifestyles. Our innovative orthopedic program combines advanced techniques and leading-edge technology with highly specialized teams, including our nationally recognized Center of Excellence for Joint Replacement. Our focus is getting you back to doing the things you love, in the place you love.
The Center of Excellence and the quality of care that we can deliver makes all the difference to the patients. They understand that they can get the best care right here on Cape Cod.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we know there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. Now that's how we all win. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning. Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us.
Welcome back to Veterans Field. Tie ball game as we head into the 6th. We welcome you back on the Mariners Radio Network with Luke Brenneman. I'm Gino Antamarino. Mariners and the Anglers sit deadlocked at 2 apiece. 5, 6, 7 due up for Harwich. It's Jake Coonan leading things off. Tanner Marsh on deck. Kyle Wolf in the hole. New man on the mound for the A's, it's Will Patterson, relieving J.J. Glasscock, who went 5 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, one of those being earned, 6 walks, 6 strikeouts. Lefty on righty, first pitch. Fastball misses high. Patterson stands on the rubber at 6'6", 235 pounds. The Abilene Christian product, making his 3rd appearance this summer. 13.50 ERA through 2 2/3. And that's sort of what we've seen, Luke, with the pitchers here this summer, as the 1-0 ground ball from Kunin gets through the left side, a base hit. Kunin for the first time today reaches. Should have had that home run back in the 2nd that he launched into left. Reed Stallman back at the wall, jumped up and made the catch over his head. That should have been Kunin's 4th home run of the summer, but yet this is the first time he has reached today, like I mentioned. But as I was talking about with Patterson, just 2 appearances. I mean, that's sort of what we've seen out of the pitchers here on the summer. You have 1 bad outing, and those numbers can really tank. Here's Tanner Marsh from the right side. First pitch. Fastball called a strike, 90 on the upper edge.
Absolutely. I mean, bad outings, they hurt pitchers a whole lot more in a small sample size summer than some of these bats who may slump for a week on end.
The 0-1 to Marsh. Skips in the dirt. A nice block from Jackson off the ricochet right in front of the dish, using his chest to get behind it and keep Kunin at bay. Over at first.
When you looked at Tom Chmielewski, he came into that Katuitt start the other night with a 2.6 ERA. He gets rocked, gives up 7 in 2 innings.
1-1. Misses inside at the waist. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Now he's right around a 5. Not going to kill you. Better than most, to be honest, in the Cape.
Right.
And to have a start as poor as that one was, and he'd be the first guy to tell you, he just didn't have it, and still be under a 5, that shows you how well he's done on the Cape.
2-1. Slider that time called for strike 2.
I mean, his whip is still below a 1.5, but that's right on cue with what we're talking about. You have a bad outing, and a guy like Patterson, he's only pitched 2 2/3. That means he's given up 3 runs. ERA north of a baker's dozen.
2-2 count to Marsh. The pitch. Fouling it straight back, right into the netting. That sits above the backstop. The crowd here at Veterans Field comes to life after the Chatham A's ball boy beats out the Harwich Mariner ball boy for that foul ball. The 2-2 to Marsh. Kunin takes off for second. Marsh golfs this one foul over the first base side and out of play, over in the trees with all the lawn chairs of people here in attendance.
Kunin's really bringing it from an intensity standpoint this time of year. His stolen base numbers are way up per at-bat. When he's digging into the batter's box, he's taking so much more time. He's looking at his feet, then up to the sky. Long, deep breaths. You can tell that Jake Kunin really is caring about the Harwich Mariners and his success right now.
Kunin, 8 stolen bags, 3rd best on the team. Here's the 2-2 to Marsh. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The high heat fanned Marsh. There's 1 gone in the top of the 6th.
The first baseman, the 34, Kyle Wolf.
Patterson, just one of those guys where you look at him, and you look at him on paper, 6'6", a left-handed pitcher. He's in the Cape League. You just say that guy's got a chance.
Kyle Wolf up to bat from the right side. Kunin still on first, 1 gone in the top of the 6th. Tie ball game, 2-2. Lefty on righty, but before a first pitch, they check on Kunin at first. He's back with his right toe first. Wolf doubled his last time at the plate. The Mariners had 2 in scoring position, with Marsh leading things off. He got on off a walk. Wolf got him to 3rd, but a strikeout, a line out, and a ground out. followed suit for the Mariners. First pitch to Wolf misses high. Ball 1. We talked about Kyle Wolf, the Andover, Massachusetts kid. Goes to Boston College, just a Boston guy through and through. To play in front of this packed crowd in Chatham, it's got to mean something a little bit more. As the 1-0 swung on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. He certainly had that zip in the 4th with that double. His 3rd on the summer, his 4th extra base hit. Here's the 1-1. Coonan takes off for second, pitches low, no throw from Daniel Jackson behind the dish. So Coonan with his 9th stolen bag of the summer.
That's what we're talking about, Gino. He's had now 5 of the 9 in the last 2 weeks of games.
Just that aggression you're talking about.
And Coonan's a guy who's been here from the get-go.
You're right. Princeton Tiger with a lead off a second. The 2-1 to Wolf. This is high. 3 balls, 1 strike to Kyle Wolf, the all-star first baseman. 1 for 2 on the day, like I talked about. And that double last time he was at the plate.
Wolf has been extremely talented with bat-on-ball skills, trying to get Coonan in here.
Here's the 3-1. This one's lined and down in the right side of the infield. Isaiah Lane off the first hop, holes it in at the waist and throws out Wolf at first. Advancing from second to third is Coonan. There's 2 gone in the top of the 6th.
I mean, somebody's got to strike here, and if you're Harwich, and especially Steve Engler, I think if you strand this runner at third, Elko still has a chance. But you got to go get your guys and say, I know we came to this game and maybe thought it wasn't as do or die as some teams. It's the complete opposite for Chatham, where they're playing with nothing to lose tonight, which is kind of free, and it's helped them out, I think. But the Mariners got to have some urgency.
First pitch to the lefty, Elko. Swinging, ground ball to second. Lance charging to first. Flips for the 3rd out. Coonan over at third. The Mariners have had opportunities to break this deadlock, but nothing to show for it just yet. We sit tied at 2 apiece heading into the home half of the 6th. We'll be back on the Mariners Radio Network.
Offering 0% for 60 months on CAT's new lineup of compact track loaders. That's 0% for machines that have been redesigned from the ground up. 0% for new features and big comfort.
Nice cab, heated seat, great machine.
0% for more power and performance.
Picked up a big 4,000-pound block like it was nothing.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's 0 time left. There's a 0 chance that you'll want to miss our 0% for 72 months offer. For a limited time, CAT is offering 0% on the purchase of many new small excavators. That's 0% for better performance, 0% for next generation features.
Great machine. It's quite impressive.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's 0 time left. One source has it all. The pros' go-to rental choice for the newest and most reliable equipment for any job. One source that has a team you can rely on, the people and a name you trust with the tools you need. One source with a location near you and wherever the work takes you. Milton Rents.
A nice, cool evening here in Chatham as we now dip below the 70s. 68 degrees with the sun fully set. The floodlights come on here at Veterans Field. Score tied at 2 apiece as we head into the home half of the 6th. Trace Mazan leading things off for the Anglers. First pitch, ground ball right past the mound, gets into the mitt of Elko off the second hop. He's there to throw out Mazan at first. 1 gone in the bottom of the 6th.
I think that's big for Matishat. Now into his 3rd inning here out of relief in this ball game. And when you look at his first 2 frames, well, he kicked things off his first inning in the Cape, back-to-back singles for Chatham to start that inning. In the 5th, he lost the leadoff man, Freilich, on the base on balls. So 1 pitch, a quick out, nobody on, a chance to work from the windup and just kind of settle into now his 3rd inning.
Here's the 8-hole hitter, Jake Hanley from the left side. Righty on lefty, first pitch. This is inside at the knees for ball 1. The Mariners come into today with an opportunity to clinch the first seed in the East Division for the playoffs. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Fastball right on the inside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Hanley. Orleans was 1 point ahead of Harwich in the standings, but the Firebirds fell today to the Whitecaps after Brewster walked it off. 1-1. It's the outer edge for strike 2. So now the Mariners have an opportunity to leapfrog them in the standings with a win here tonight. That would secure the number 1 seed in the East, like I talked about. That would be the first time since 2016 the Mariners have won the East Division. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Brian Matachat with the breaking ball, low and inside. His first strikeout of the day and his first strikeout here on Cape Cod, and it was a beauty.
Chatham has only struck out twice tonight.
Tanner Duke started things off. If you can't do the math, because I certainly can't, I had to look at my book. He had 1 strikeout. Now Matachat with the other. First pitch to Cade Arambidi from the right side, in there for strike 1. You know, Luke, that's Syracuse education.
That's what you pay for, right? They're not handing out diplomas over there in upstate New York.
That's right. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Change up on the outside. No balls, 2 strikes to Arambidi. Matachat dealing with a little bit more urgency. You can see the confidence starting to set in. He's locating the zone quite nicely. He's only given up 2 hits so far today in his 3rd inning. Here's the 0-2. Just getting a piece of it was Arambidi. He fouls it straight back. Conti couldn't get his glove behind it. So Arambidi stays alive. Talked about the Mariners, what today means for them in terms of the postseason. Well, Chatham did not qualify for the playoffs. The odd team out in the East. But it's funny, if they were in the West, they would have been tied with Katuitt for 3rd. Just unfortunate the way it works out in the standings. But Chatham now missed the playoffs 4 in its last 5 years. As the 0-2 misses inside right at the hands of Arambidi. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
It's a tight one. You can't ask for much more, Gino. Final game of the regular season at a ballpark like this. A nail-biter, a low-scoring Mariner-style game.
Here's 1-2. Skied into left center. There's Ernie Echeverria over in left. He rovers to his left and makes the catch right at his ear for the 3rd out. So a 1-2-3 frame by this Mariner defense for the first time today. Hopefully a sign of things to come. We'll see if the offense can follow suit. Still tied at 2 apiece as we head into the 7th. We'll be back on the Mariners Radio Network. If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player. You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Welcome back to Chatham, the 40th and final game of the Cape Cod Baseball League regular season tonight at Veterans Field. Alongside Gino Antamarino, I'm Luke Brenneman. Chatham calls to the bullpen for the second time tonight, and Dennis Cook calls on another left-hander. This time it's Josh Swink. Previously, Will Patterson came in the sixth. He went 1 inning scoreless, gave up 1 hit, stranded a runner at third base. 9-1-2 due up for the Mariners, a 2-2 game as we head into the final 3 innings in the final game of the regular season. Here's Ernie Echeverria, right-handed hitting left fielder. Came into the game defensively in the 5th. First pitch, fastball at the knees, called a strike, 0-1. So it's Echeverria, Nico Brini, and Ryan Garrity. This has been a Harwich-style ball game, and what I mean by that is the Mariners lead this league with the lowest team earned run average, the 0-1. Skips in the dirt. The count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. And they like to keep these games low scoring. They haven't been extremely overpowering offensively, but still 6 games over 500, and if they can get out of here in Chatham with a win, they'll be the #1 seed heading into the Cape League postseason starting on Tuesday night. 1-1 to Echeverria. That's way downstairs. Skips about a foot in front of home plate. 2 balls and 1 strike. Josh Swink trying to settle into this one.
You know, Luke, you asked me, if you were the Mariners, would you rather play the Whitecaps or the Red Sox to begin the playoffs?
2-1, just inside with the 88-mile-an-hour cutter. That's running in on the right-handed hitter. Echeverria had 3 balls and 1 strike.
But I never got to ask you what you think.
The 3-1. Popped up foul. The count runs full to the Mariner leadoff hitter in the 7th. I don't know. I'm with you where you said you just got to let your cards fall. And that's how the Cape League works. There's 2 divisions, the East, which Mariners and Chatham are in. Harwich trying to get the 1 seed. And 4 of 5 teams make it from each division. The payoff pitch, up and away, ball 4. The leadoff man for Harwich, Echeverria, reaches on a walk to start inning number 7. That flips the lineup over, and here comes Nico Brini. So Swink, the first batter he sees, he loses in a long at-bat on the base on balls. Right on cue, here comes the pitching coach, Jay Powell. So that gives us a second to talk about that. So whatever happened tonight, Orleans had to lose to Brewster earlier. That was an afternoon game today on Sunday of the season ending in the Cape League, and it happened. I wasn't rooting for anything, the Mariner, I guess, in me. And I don't think the guys were either. Coming into tonight, you either play YD. With a win tonight now, you would play YD. And with a loss, you would play Brewster. That's a Brewster team that the Mariners beat 7-1 last night. They hit the Whitecaps into the 9th inning. So, I mean, if you want the very analytical answer, I think Harwich has played amazing at Red Wilson Field. That's the home of the YD Red Sox. So I think I would go with a win tonight. You get the 1 seed. You'd be on a 3-game winning streak, and you go play YD and see how your cards fall. They beat them 3 times out of 5 this summer.
I like that. I really I like that breakdown. You made a lot of sense. I think also there's so much turnover, though, with the teams. That's kind of a blessing and a curse because you don't really know who you're getting.
Brini is now in the left-handed batter's box. Before his at-bat, a check on the runner at first, Echeverria. He's back on the pickoff attempt from Swink. The left-on-left matchup with the Mariner leadoff hitter playing center tonight. Nico's 0 for 2 thus far. Absolutely. And I am not a fan of the people who say, oh, let's try and lose this game and go play them. Brini shows bunt. He pulls it away. A strike on the outside corner with the fastball regardless. 0-1.
I feel like that always comes to bite you back in the rear end if you try and play that type of way.
I mean, who wouldn't want to go into the postseason with a 3-game winning streak and be the #1 overall seed in the more talented, or should I say, the more outstanding for record division in the East? Here's the 0-1. Slapped up the middle. It ricochets off the pitcher's mitt towards the second baseman lane. He does not tag Echeverria. He swiped at him. It looked like he had him, but Ernie Echeverria dodged the tag, and he's in there safely at second. No play at first. The Mariners have the first 2 men aboard in the top of the 7th.
That's the thing about Brini is you don't have much time to make the decision of where you want to go with the ball, because in a blink of the eye, he's already going to be safe. So you got to make sure you know where you're going with it before you even get there, and Lane kind of caught in no man's land.
It's ruled a base hit for Nico. Here comes Garrity showing bunt. The bunt is down third base line. That trickles foul. 0-1. A big spot to play a Mariner style of small ball here in a tight 2-2 game. Now in the top of the 7th, you have 2 on, first and second with nobody out. And the new guy, Ryan Garrity, hitting second tonight in Steve Englert's lineup. He's asking him to bunt. Seems like an opportune time. Garrity also runs well, so if you can get one down, you never know. The 0-1. Bunt is down, and it is a beauty. Swink turns, throws to first, a tight play, but they beat Garrity. Now 1 out, both runners advance, and well done, Ryan Garrity. We've talked about these new guys molding into this team, and unselfish baseball, but executing it in situations like that on a sacrifice bunt. That is how you gain trust in the dugout.
You know, Garrity is someone that arguably should have been here on Cape Cod at the start of the year. He's been the leadoff man for Northeastern this entire year. He spent a couple of games last year with the YD Red Sox. So the fact that he wasn't here on Cape Cod to start the summer is, some may say, a little bit unlucky.
2 in scoring position for Patrick Foltz. The infield's in, first offering. Outside with the slider, 1-0. So the 3rd consecutive left-on-left matchup in this inning. And no bigger spot of the entire ball game than right now. Brini at second, Echeverria at third. 1-0 to Patrick Foltz. Here's the pitch. That's down and away, 2 balls and no strikes. First base is open if Chatham elects to pick around Foltz, but you have the right-handed hitting cleanup hitter Matt Conti on deck. He's been swinging one of the hottest bats, not just for Harwich, but on the entire Cape. Foltz trying to break through in the 7th. He's ahead 2-0 in the count. The pitch. Fastball right down the middle. He did not offer. 2-1. The runner at third, Ernie Echeverria, is a Mariner catcher. He's substituted into this game in left field tonight. So you have to be cautious. He doesn't run very well. The infield comes in a little more. The 2-1. Ground ball left side foul towards the Chatham dugout. After being behind 2-0, the left-hander Josh Swink is right back in this at-bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on. Guess what the score is? Well, I'll tell you. It's 2 apiece in the regular season finale at Veterans Field. The 2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. A huge strikeout for Chatham and Josh Swink. That's the 2nd out of the 7th.
And a big strikeout, too, to Pat Foltz. He struck out twice so far today, but someone that's dangerous. He's got an RBI single. He can bring in runs, and he can certainly make contact. So, nice stuff from Swink there.
And after the left-handed pitcher, Swink, strikes out the left-handed hitter, Patrick Foltz, here comes Jay Powell again, and he takes the ball from Swink. Chatham's going to call to the bullpen, the biggest spot of the summer so far for Harwich, trying to get the 1 seed in the East Division with a win on the road. They have 2 in scoring position. This game's tied at 2. We'll be back with the new Angler Arm on the Mariners Radio Network.
Offering 0% for 60 months on CAT's new lineup of compact track loaders. That's 0% for machines that have been redesigned from the ground up. 0% for new features and big comfort.
Nice cab, heated seat, great machine.
0% for more power and performance.
Picked up a big 4,000-pound block like it was nothing.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's zero time left. There's a 0 chance that you'll want to miss our 0% for 72 months offer. For a limited time, CAT is offering 0% on the purchase of many new small excavators. That's 0% for better performance, 0% for next generation features,
Great machine. It's quite impressive.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's zero time left. One source has it all. The pros' go-to rental choice for the newest and most reliable equipment for any job. One source that has a team you can rely on, the people and a name you trust, with the tools you need. One source with a location near you and wherever the work takes you. Milton Rents, the right equipment when and where you need it. Offering 0% for 60 months on CAT's new lineup of
Bring her back. Here we go. This game's tied at 2, the top of the 7th at Veterans Field in Chatham. The Anglers call to the bullpen. They go to the right-hander out of Oklahoma, Joey McManus. After this inning started on an Echeverria walk, a Brini base hit, they advanced to second and third on a Ryan Garrity sacrifice bunt. But the man who was just pulled from this game, Josh Schwink, struck out Patrick Foltz in a lefty-lefty matchup. Dennis Cook now calls to a right-hander to address Matt Conti. 2 in scoring position and 2 outs. Conti, the Mariner catcher, in the cleanup spot tonight, just 2 nights ago, had a walk-off RBI single with 2 outs against the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. A hit right here could be the difference in Chatham. McManus gets set from the stretch. The first pitch, a slider down and away. Conti ahead 1-0. Conti so far on the night, he's had a tough one. 0 for 3, struck out and bounced into a double play, most recently in the 5th. A chance to right the ship. The 1-0. Hanger right down the middle. Conti stared at it the entire way. 1-1. What a spot this could be for Harwich. Only 4 hits tonight. It's been slow in Chatham, but this is how the Mariners have had success. Clutch hitting, the 1-1. Popped up and out of play, foul. Conti now behind, 1-2. McManus, a 6'4" right-hander, goes to Oklahoma collegiately, has pitched 2 2/3 innings on the Cape this summer, is yet to give up an earned run. The 2-strike pitch. Up and in, 2-2.
I like the strategy from Chatham here, going to the bullpen again, bringing in McManus. Obviously, this is their last game of the season, so not only are you trying to win this game, but you want to make sure you're getting your guys as much exposure as possible.
Echeverria at third, Brini at second, the 2-2. Jam shot foul down the right field line. Conti staying alive. Coonan on deck if we get there, but let's talk about Conti for now. 12 runs batted in on this summer, 261 average. He's been the clutch bat for Harwich. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on and 2 out. Deuces wild in the 7th. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. McManus comes in the game and does his job to end the 7th. The Mariners, for the 3rd time tonight, strand 2 in scoring position. This game stays tied 2 apiece. Everybody's ready to stretch in Chatham. We head to the home half on the Mariners Radio Network.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player. You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
A marvelous job from the youngsters here in Chatham, singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" on a perfect summer evening at Veterans Field. We welcome you in. It's a tight one down the stretch. Game 40 of the Cape Cod Baseball League regular season. The finale ends on a Chatham night. 2-2, the Mariners trying to keep it that way. Bottom of the fifth, top of the order, due up for the A's. Here's Jackson Freeman. Left-handed hitter, first pitch. Breaking ball just a little bit inside, 1-0. It's only been 2 pitchers so far for Harwich. The starter, Tanner Duke, went 3 innings. And the first reliever, Brian Matashat, is now into his 4th inning of action, the 1-0. Fastball right down the middle, 1-1. Matashat only got to the Cape 2 days ago from Sacred Heart University, and he's delivered in the season finale tonight.
What's so cool about him, New Jersey guy, his family's here in attendance.
1-1. A breaking ball right on the outside corner, called strike 2.
We ran into his mom earlier. She came over to us and we asked her how cool it was that he's pitching here, and
2-strike pitch popped up straight back foul and out of play.
It's got to be a really cool moment.
Unbelievable. Jersey kid. I mean, everybody really does know about the Cape Cod Baseball League on the East Coast. You and I know about it. We're Midwest guys. And to dream of playing here, to be of a caliber player to make it here. And Matashat has come and tossed 3 scoreless innings. The 1-2. Swinging a chopper right at the plate. Foul. Freeman staying alive in a 2-strike count.
And I like this, too, because the Mariners are preserving their arms as much as possible heading into the playoffs. So this is good.
There will be a league-wide off day for the 8 out of 10 teams who make the postseason tomorrow. And Harwich will host, automatically win or lose, the first game of a 3-game set on Tuesday night. Before then, the 1-2 to Freeman. In the dirt low, the count's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, every team's going to have an off day, but 2 teams are going to have a little bit more than just one off day.
For reference, the home Chatham Anglers tonight, well, they'll have a couple months of off days coming up.
Yeah, they'll have a few off days.
2-2, bouncing ball up the middle. The shortstop, Marsh, crosses second base, ricochets off his glove, and he beat the runner Freeman to the bag. Marsh was shifted to the right side of second base, and the ball came that way to the glove side. He knocked it down, and it didn't look like he was going to beat the speedy Freeman, but first base umpire Anthony Brunetti gives the signal that Harwich was looking for. 1 out in the 7th.
I mean, that play was so good. You can hear everybody here at Veterans Field. They were screaming.
I will credit the Chatham Anglers. As a road radio broadcast, they give us
the effects feed.
Effects feed as a crowd mic, the same one that they use. It's hung up right behind home plate, and it's been marvelous for the sake of our audio. 1 out, nobody on for Daniel Jackson. First pitch, swing and a miss at the curveball, 0-1. So you mentioned Steve Englert, leaving Matashat in. He's earned it. He's tossed now 3 1/3 of scoreless baseball, but saving his arms, that has to be some role in seeing a Mariner arm go this deep in relief. The 0-1 misses inside, 1-1.
I talked to some of the coaches, and I'm not going to say any names, not that it matters, but they said, if it gets to a point where it's a little bit of a blowout, they're not going to hesitate throwing out a position player.
Here's the 1-1. That skips in the dirt low, 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, just looking at the scoreboard and knowing how tight these games between the A's and the Mariners have gone, I don't think
that's going to happen.
The B word is coming into play tonight at Veterans Field. 2-1 count to Daniel Jackson. He's been the man for the A's the entire summer. The pitch, that's low, 3 balls and 1 strike. Matachat took over in the 4th. He started every inning with a leadoff base runner on first. And after Freeman bounces out to short to start the 7th, he's still in control of this one. He's done a nice job navigating traffic. He's been a nice job in control, throwing pitches for strikes. He's behind 3-1 to the Georgia catcher. Here's the pitch. Fouled straight back. The count runs full. 3-2. Frelick on deck. 1 out, nobody on. Game tied at 2 apiece. I think it's extremely fitting that the season ends here for Harwich. Your neighboring rival. You've already clinched the playoffs. You're going to host a game, a night for Chatham where they're playing with simply nothing to lose. They've already lost everything. I don't mean to say that in such a somber tone, but they will not be playing next week. The payoff pitch. Swinging a foul over the Mariners dugout. And that is into the parking lot, and I really hope it didn't just hit my car.
That's Daniel Jackson saying that's what you get for what you just said.
You actually might be right. Another payoff pitch coming. Matachat looks in, kicks and fires. High drive, right center field. It takes Brini back, but not back enough. Right in front of the warning track. He makes the catch. 2 outs in the 7th. For a guy like Jackson, Gino, that has 4 home runs this summer, 17 RBIs, he was a participant in the home run derby. You got to be careful pitching to him late in tie ball games.
Yeah, that ball had some pop on it too.
Crowd getting into it here. 2 outs, nobody on. Game still tied at 2 in the bottom of the 7th. Chase Frelick gets an at-bat. The left-handed hitting first baseman digs in. Matachat trying to toss 4 scoreless out of the bullpen. Adam Arthur, the lefty, is warming. First offering. A little bit low with the off speed. 1-0. Look at how these two teams have stacked up this summer. The Mariners have scored 184 runs, which is 3rd best in the Cape, but only 234 as a team batting average. That's second to last. The 1-0 is outside. For Chatham, it's been kind of the opposite. Only 176 runs, which is second to last in the league. But they've hit better for average, right in the middle of the pack. That's 5th with a 2.38 batting average. They just haven't strung together hits in a timely fashion. So after back-to-back pitches outside of the strike zone to the left-handed hitter Chase Frelick, the Mariner manager Steve Engler has left the dugout, and he's coming to the mound. Englert still has not made a signal to the bullpen. He's up in the 6'5" Matachat's face, and this is now a long conversation. He's going to keep him in the ball game. How about this? You talk about trust. You talk about loyalty to your guys. You talk about making them earn every pitch, every appearance. Because pitching here at this time of the year is an opportunity for these guys, especially a Sacred Heart kid.
You're right. I'm more astonished. I'm seeing Steve Engler wearing sleeves.
It's a chilly night. 7 p.m. first pitch. We're now at 9:20 on the clock
got
in Chatham.
The short sleeve hoodie on.
Pitch to Frelick. Outside. That's now 3-0.
But you're right. I mean, just going out there and talking with Matachat, I'm assuming the conversation went, hey, are you good? Do you want to keep going? Yes. Okay, good.
Here's the 3-0. Swinging a foul down the left field line. Good to know that Frelick has the green light with 2 outs and nobody on in a 3-0 count. The count's now 3-1. The crowd still in full effect at Veterans Field. The final game for the Chatham A's this summer, and the Chatham community has come out and supported the Anglers. 3-1. Strike at the bottom of the zone. Frelick was on his way to first. He thought it was ball 4. Jim Fonseca behind the dish says, hold on now, the count runs full. Matashak looks in, trying to go 4 scoreless on the road in his first Cape League outing. The payoff pitch, swinging a ground ball, right side. Coming over from short is Marsh. He cuts off the second baseman and makes the play. Tanner Marsh was the third Mariner infielder shifted to the right side, and he cut off Michael Elko at second. He made the play. And for the second consecutive inning, Matashak puts down the A's in order. That's 4 scoreless frames in his first Cape League outing. Well done, Brian Matashak. This game's tied at 2 apiece. We head to inning 8 on the Mariners Radio Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they are ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services.
Welcome back to Chatham, the regular season finale, and we're into the final 2 frames at Veterans Field. We welcome you into the Mariners Radio Network. Alongside Gino Antamarino, I'm Luke Brenneman. A 2-2 game. We've been tied since the 3rd inning, nothing but zeros on the scoreboard since. And now the 6th pitcher of the ball game for Chatham, it's the left-hander Cam Johnson coming in. Johnson goes to Oklahoma, just like the previous Chatham A, Joey McManus. He came in for just 1 batter. With 2 in scoring position in the 7th, he struck out Matt Conti to end the inning. And after he does his job, well, his night is done. And Dennis Cook calls on the lefty Johnson. He's pitched 8 1/3 this summer, a 7.65 ERA. He'll be working against 5, 6, and 7 in the middle of the Mariners lineup: Coonan, Marsh, and Wolf. Coonan digs in for a left-on-right matchup. Jake so far tonight 1 for 3 with a single and stolen base. It's go time right now for the Mariners, Gino.
You're right. Well, you can say the same thing for Chatham, but obviously the Mariners playing for a little bit more. They're trying to play for the 1 seed.
First pitch to Coonan. Fastball a little bit low. That came in at 97 on the radar gun. So if you were wondering the type of stuff that the 6'5" left-hander Johnson has, well, he's showing in the first pitch he's got gas. He gets set, the 1-0. That skips in the dirt at 96. 2 balls and no strikes to Coonan. We always say it on the broadcast, Gino, it doesn't matter if you can throw the ball through a wall, you got to be able to find the strike zone. For the Chatham A's, they benefited off base on balls last night. 13 Chatham A's were walked in their win against YD. The 2-0 to Coonan. Swing and a miss, an awkward swing at the fastball away, 2-1.
You're right. The Mariners have to be a little bit more disciplined at not chasing. They're in a spot now where you have Jake Coonan, who's one of the more confident batters.
2-1 pitch. Ground ball to the first. The first baseman, Fralick, is there. He holds the pitcher off and taps on the bag with his left foot. 1 out in the 8th.
But I like Chatham's approach here because this is the last game of the season. And right now they're up to 5 pitchers on the day. And you might as well go through your bullpen. right? For the guys available, throw them in there. Let them get an appearance. Let them get exposure because you never know who's watching, right?
August 3rd, the final game for the Chatham A's. They have been eliminated from postseason contention. Here's Tanner Marsh. First pitch. Fastball inside. Marsh bailed out of the zone pretty quick on that one. He did not want to wear 95 to the belt. 1-0. Harwich just 4 hits tonight, good for 2 runs. Both teams have made an error. Chatham out-hitting Harwich by 2 hits. This game has been deadlocked at 2 for what seems like forever. 1-0 is downstairs. 2-0 to the Mariners shortstop.
He talked about Marsh not wanting to wear that pitch a couple of offerings ago, but yesterday when he was standing on third, how about that? Kunin with that line drive, and it drilled Marsh in the back. I mean, I've never really seen that happen before.
The 2-0. That's a breaking ball outside. 3 balls and no strikes to Marsh. Kunin was ahead 2-0. Now Marsh is ahead 3-0.
Our producer Max Stewart said that ball that Marsh got hit with yesterday came off the bat at 99.
That's right on par when Jake Kunin can run into one. A high exit velocity. 3-0. Fastball down the middle is there, 3-1. Johnson right back in this at-bat. Kyle Wolf on deck. 1 out, nobody on, 2-2 game in the top of the 8th at Veterans Field. Johnson from the windup. Kicks and deals, the 3-1. Fastball in the same spot, right down the middle. The count goes full to Marsh. Crowd getting into it. A late night here, approaching 9:30 at Veterans Field. It's been a low-scoring pitcher's duel in the season finale. The payoff pitch. Fastball outside, ball 4.
Good take.
Marsh was ahead 3-0. He eventually walks in a long at-bat, and the Mariners have a base runner aboard with 1 out in the 8th.
I mean, that's just experience right there from Marsh. Not getting fed up with back-to-back strikes. You're 1 pitch away from being retired, and you stand strong and you just remain patient.
Well, that is the 8th time that a Mariner has walked tonight. Haven't cashed too many of those in. Here's Kyle Wolf. First offering. Breaking ball lands on the inside corner, 0-1. Wolf so far tonight's 1 for 3. He doubled in the 3rd. A double right here, you would think, could potentially be the difference. Marsh with speed over there on first. The left-hander Johnson looks at Marsh and now comes home, the 0-1. Fastball way outside. Jackson able to catch it on a lunge, 1-1. Dennis Cook all the way outside the Chatham dugout, kicking some dirt around in his royal blue Chatham quarter zip. 1-1 to the Harwich first baseman. 1 on, 1 out. The pitch in the dirt. Wolf jabbed at it with his foot but stayed away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Wolf hits left-handed pitching especially well. Here's the 2-1. Fastball right down the middle, evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Anything close, Luke, I'm swinging. I mean, even if it's borderline.
Up against Johnson, you got to be ready to hit because 97 doesn't give you much time to think about it. Here's the 2-2. Wolf jabbed at it, a check swing. Pitch was away. He did not go around. Appeal went to Anthony Brunetti at first, and the count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Marsh at first with 1 out. The Anglers and the Mariners tied at 2 apiece into the Chatham 8th. Payoff pitch, runner goes. Swinging a foul down the right field line. That's towards the Mariner bullpen. And out of play. What an at-bat, what a moment this could be for Kyle Wolf. We know his MO is just getting on base, but you mentioned it earlier in this broadcast. A place like Chatham, a crowd like tonight, the season finale for the regular season. for a Boston kid who's been coming to the Cape his entire life. Another payoff, runner goes, swing and a foul at the plate. Kyle Wolf slapped at a fastball way outside, just trying to stay alive, and he does.
Tanner Marsh over there doing the shuttle run, basically, just going back and forth from first to second.
Now Steve Englert comes out of the dugout, and he's going to talk to Kyle Wolf. Wolf has already fought off 2 consecutive 3-2 pitches. He's well into this at bat. The 8th pitch is on its way, and Steve Englert comes out to talk to him. You can only imagine what that conversation is. Got to be along the lines of just keep battling.
Ready, yeah.
Wolf has been more than ready for everything that Johnson has gone after him with. Marsh at first. The 3rd straight payoff pitch. Wolf jabbed at a pitch in the dirt. He didn't go around, ball 4. That's just one of those Cape League at-bats. Good on good, and Kyle Wolf and his eye wins this battle. First and second for Harwich with 1 out in the 8th.
Goes back to what you were talking about with Johnson. It doesn't matter how fast you can get your fastball at. If you can't locate the zone and you can't deliver that 3rd strike, it doesn't mean a whole lot.
Back-to-back 1-out walks brings up the left-handed hitting 3rd baseman, Michael Elko. First and second, 1 out. This game has been tied at 2 apiece since the 3rd inning. First pitch. Breaking ball lands on the outside corner, 0-1 to Elko. Michael Elko still trying to find his first base hit in Cape Cod. He's 0 for 8 in 2 starts so far. Arrived on the final day of July, can make his mark in Harwich as we head into the postseason. Johnson looks at Marsh at second, comes home with the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Went right back to that slider, and Elko chased a pitch 4 feet out of the strike zone.
Yeah, didn't love that. Didn't love that.
Marsh with speed over there at second. He's been dancing all around that base. A healthy lead. Any hit to the outfield will most likely score the Mariner shortstop. Elko behind, 0-2. Johnson comes home. Elko stays away. Pitch was in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Never fails, Gino. We came in here tonight thinking maybe we just cruise into a win.
I never think that.
Not very solid for record, but more so just playing loose. Harwich already in the postseason, Chatham eliminated, but a thriller down the stretch. The 1-2, runners go. Pitch outside, throw to third on 1 hop, gloved, not in time. Trace Mazan picked a 1-hopper clean on the throw from the catcher Jackson, and Tanner Marsh beats it out. The Mariners execute a double steal and have 2 in scoring position in the 8th.
That's beautifully executed. For Kyle Wolf as well. I mean, stolen bases, not something on his resume. That's his first of the summer.
Aggressive base running paying off. A 2-2 count for Elko. Here's the pitch. He thought about it, but stayed away once again. A slider in the dirt. The count goes full.
I mean, the situation for Harwich on that double steal couldn't be more perfect because you have the much more speedy Tanner Marsh going to third. That's obviously a lot easier of a throw for Jackson to make. He's going to go to that rather than going to second.
Payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. A 96-mile-an-hour fastball upstairs. Elko chases, Johnson gets the K, and the Chatham crowd erupts. 2 outs in the 8th.
Yeah, Elko just trying to figure it out. Walked back to the dugout with his head hanging low. I mean, just one of those things that it's tough to hit. 96, 97 coming straight at you.
A chance for Echeverria. Left on right matchup. 2 in scoring position. First pitch fastball low. 1-0. But you hit the nail on the head. He's trying to settle in and struggling a little bit right now. Elko struck out 2 times tonight, 0 for 3 for the 2nd consecutive start. But Echeverria trying to pick up Elko and just pick the Mariners up. A 2-2 game, a base hit here. would do wonders for the sake of acquiring the 1 seed in the postseason. The 1-0. Outside with the fastball, 2 balls and no strikes. Echeverria came in this game defensively in the 5th inning, had his first at-bat in the 7th, and he walked. So no official plate appearance so far for Easy E, the nickname from the Mariners skipper Steve Engler. 2-0. Fastball at the knees, but called a little bit low. Talked about Jim Fonseca, the home plate umpire, keeps a tight zone, and he keeps it into the 8th inning. 3-0 to Echeverria. Brini in the top of the order on deck. First base is open if Chatham and Johnson can't find the strike zone. The pause and the pitch. 3-0, called a strike. That one looked lower than the previous pitch.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
If you're Johnson, maybe walking the right-hander Echeverria wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Brini is a left-handed hitter on deck. For now, the left on right with Ernie Echeverria. The 3-1 pitch. Inside, ball 4. 96 on the ticker. Just missed. And the bases are loaded for the guy who's been around since day 1 in Harwich, Nico Brini.
There's nobody I would rather have in this situation than Nico Brini, and it's because he always comes up to the plate confident that he is going to make contact.
Chatham pitching coach Jay Powell runs out to the pitcher's mound. He's not messing around. I don't know if he's trying to get out of here or just calm down Johnson, but now he has his hand on Johnson's back. Johnson has walked the bases loaded. Coonan was the first out of the inning. After that, a Marsh walk, a Kyle Wolf walk. Then he struck out Elko on a clutch swinging strikeout. And he just lost Echeverria for the 3rd walk of this inning. No damage done yet. He can get out of this jam if Johnson can go after and execute against Nico Brini. Runner at first is Echeverria. Kyle Wolf standing on second base. Tanner Marsh over there at third. Johnson v. Brini on the final game of the regular season in the Cape Cod Baseball League. Late into the Chatham night, the bases are juiced, a 2-2 game. Harwich trying to play spoiler on the season finale for the A's. The Mariners playing for the number 1 seed in the postseason. Chatham just trying to get a win to end the summer as they have been eliminated. Johnson set on the mound. Brini ready in the left side. The first pitch. Downstairs with the changeup, 1-0.
If I'm Brini, I'm waiting for a strike. No sense in trying to swing and make contact if Johnson can't locate the zone.
Johnson set, the 1-0 pitch. Fastball just a little bit down, 2-0. There's nowhere to put him. 2-2 game. Chatham has lost games this entire summer en route to their 16-20 record, giving up free passes. It's been a low-scoring affair tonight. Here's the 2-0. Fastball on the inside corner, called strike 1. The count goes to 2-1. The A's have struck out 10 tonight. They've walked 10 tonight. And now it's up to Harwich to capitalize on the free passes at Veterans Field. 2-2, the bases loaded with 2 outs. Johnson set. Here comes the 2-1. Swinging a foul straight back. Chatham crowd getting into it. 2-2 to Nico Brini.
Some Brini magic. The great Who Brini.
What do you have in store for us tonight? Nico Brini, the Wofford product, has been around this entire summer. Brini digs in, a left-on-left matchup. The bases are juiced. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Johnson struts off the mound, now skips into the Chatham dugout. The Veterans Field crowd erupts, and he strands the bases loaded. We head to the Chatham 8th. This game's tied at 2 on the Mariners Radio Network.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else,
tie game. We head to the bottom of the 8th in the regular season finale in Chatham. It's 2-2. The Mariners call to the left-hander Adam Arthur out of the bullpen to keep this game tied. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the A's. First, it's the right-handed hitter Roman Martin. Arthur comes home. First pitch fastball low, 1-0. Arthur has had a fantastic summer working out of the Harwich bullpen. 16 innings, a 3.38 ERA, struck out 17, and walked 8. He's behind Martin, 1-0. The pause and the pitch. Called a strike on the inside corner, went right back to the fastball, 1-1. Arthur comes in after Brian Matishat was the first Mariner out of the bullpen. He went 4 innings of 2 hits scoreless baseball in his first Cape League outing. I'd say that's a job well done. The 1-1. Slapped towards short. Marsh is on it, a long throw and a high one, but Kyle Wolf rises off the bag, makes the catch. 1 out in the Chatham 8th.
As we talked about with the new guys, having a little bit more of an impact here on this team, lighting a fuse. Matishat, we talked about how well he did. It was Pierce Friedman yesterday starting no-hit, no-run baseball through 6 2/3. I mean, that can really light a spark.
1 out, nobody on. Tie game, a left-on-left matchup with Reed Stallman. First pitch fastball right down Broadway, 0-1. Stallman tonight 1 for 3. At an RBI single in the 3rd. Chatham has out-hit the Mariners 6-4, both good for 2 runs. The 0-1 is pulled down the right field line, but foul, 0-2. Arthur, one of those lengthy, long left-handers, but his fastball only comes in at 85 miles an hour. And in a league like this one, in the Cape League, you see guys pumping in 97 like Johnson in the previous half inning. 0-2, down and away. 1-2 the count to Reed Stallman. But Arthur, he finds a way to get guys out, and his strikeout numbers are still up there.
Well, that's the beauty about this league is you got guys, like you talked about, pumping in 96, 97, 98. But Arthur, that's not him. This was someone that walked on to Kansas State his first year.
1-2. Got him looking with the fastball. Adam Arthur struts around the mound. The Mariners toss it around the horn. 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th.
This is the Adam Arthur you love to see. He's not just pitching he is pitching for strikeouts. He is pitching for outs. This is a man on a mission. We've seen it before, that game against YD not too long ago.
First pitch to Isaiah Lane. A liner towards center field. Brini coming in. He lays out on the dive and made the play. Nico Brini, he can do it all. One of the best defensive outfielders in Cape Cod, showing off the wheels and the athleticism. Arthur puts the A's down in order. We head to the ninth on the Mariners Radio Network. This game is tied.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the rental source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the rental source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands.
We welcome you back here at Veterans Field. Time now for the ninth inning, and it is a tie ball game, 2 apiece between the Mariners and the Anglers. Here with Luke Brenneman, I'm Gino Antamarino. 2-3-4 due up for Harwich. It's Ryan Garrity leading things off with Pat Fultz on deck and Matt Conti in the hole. New arm on the mound, it's Liam Powell. Righty on lefty to begin the ninth. First pitch. Zips inside right at the knees, 89. Ball 1. Just a reminder, this broadcast is a copyrighted production of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Any unauthorized duplication, retransmission, or other use is strictly prohibited. Here's the 1-0. Fastball misses on the outside edge. 2 balls, no strikes to the right fielder for the Mariners, who has reached twice today, both of those coming in his first 2 plate appearances, both being walks. He struck out and grounded out since. It's the 2-0, spiked foul. It goes straight back. The Chatham Anglers ball boy beating out the Harwich Mariner ball boy for that foul ball. A beautiful evening here in Chatham. A brisk 68-degree night. Here's the 2-1. This is outside. 3 balls, 1 strike to Ryan Garrity. Powell toes the rubber. First base side. Stares down Garrity. Kicks and deals the 3-1. Outside, ball 4. That fastball from Powell just never really had a handle on it. And that sends Garrity to first. No outs, top of the 9th. And here comes Pat Fultz.
Gino, that is the 11th walk issued by a Chatham arm so far tonight.
The Mariners have to take advantage of it. You talked about it earlier, Luke. The Mariners walked the bases loaded in the last frame and had nothing to show for it. Pat Fultz from the left side. Long pause, throw back to first. Not in time. A bang-bang play. Garrity back diving with his right hand first.
Base runners have been easy to come by for Harwich if you look at the walk numbers, but hits have not. Therefore, I would put this speedy Garrity in motion, try and steal this game, Gino.
First pitch, Fultz shows bunt and taps it foul. 0-1 the count. Liam Powell stands on the mound at 6'3", 190 pounds. Product from Keystone, making his third appearance this summer, has gone for a total of just 1 1/3. He's given up 3 walks, including that last one to Garrity, and has 1 strikeout to his name this summer. He looks back at first to Garrity. The third baseman, Trace Mazan, playing in the infield grass. The 0-1 is tapped down the first base line. Powell comes off the mound and no play to first. He couldn't barehand it, and Pat Fultz charging up the line. He's safe at first. Runners on first and second. No outs, top of the 9th. And a tie ball game, 2 apiece. And here comes the cleanup hitter, Matt Conti. Luke, this is someone that has been knocking on the door tonight. 0 for 4. He's due up.
I want to go back to the Fultz bunt. For a left-handed hitter, you can't place a bunt down the first base line any better than that. That is the definition of a bunt hit.
Chase Fralick, the first baseman, comes about halfway down the first base line. First pitch on the outside to the right-hander, Matt Conti.
Talk about Conti. He's a cleanup hitter. He drives runners in, but in a spot like this, I would not be surprised if Harwich asked Conti to lay down a sacrifice bunt.
Runners on first and second, no outs. The pitch, swing and a miss. Off the low fastball that time from Powell. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And what Conti swinging away at that 1-0 tells me as the infield creeps way in is that he simply is not comfortable bunting, because Steve Englert always asks the Mariners to bunt in situations like this.
1-1. Smacked into left center, down for a hit. Garrity gets the stop sign at third. Bases loaded. Matt Conti slaps his hands together. He's fired up over there at first. Bases juiced. No outs. Tie ball game in the 9th. And here comes the right-hander, Jake Coonan.
A chance to put the A's away. You got the perfect opportunity. You've been right there all night. I'll steal your term, Gino. The Mariners have been knocking on the door. The bullpen comes all the way down the right field line. They're all entering the Harwich dugout. They want to be a part of yet again another late-night tight one.
First pitch to the righty. Check swing. Says he went around. Anthony Brunetti over at first. Said Coonan went on an off-speed low and away. But I want to go back to Matt Conti. That's now 17 straight starts he has reached in a game. Incredible. Coonan comes back set. The 0-1. Another check swing. This time he did not go. Another off-speed, low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike to Coonan. Coonan so far today, 1 for 4. He had that fly out in the second that took Reed Stallman in left all the way towards the wall and actually robbed a home run. Here's the 1-1. Smashed into center. Jackson Freeman makes the head high grab. Garrity thought about coming home. He's going to stay put at third. The Chatham crowd comes to life. There's one away. Bases still loaded. And a 2-2 ball game. And here comes Tanner Marsh.
Oh, Gino, that's why you have Ryan Garrity over there at third base. You test the center fielder's arm in game 40. You send him. Hits have been hard to come by. Putting the ball in play with a runner at third in an opportunistic scoring opportunity has been difficult. The Mariners haven't been executing. You get the fly ball to center. I think you got to send him there.
Righty on righty. First pitch to Tanner Marsh. Called a strike on the outer edge. Another off speed from Liam Powell. Bases loaded. Top of the 9th. 2-2, the score between the Mariners and the Anglers. Marsh has drawn 3 walks here today. 0-1, he shows bunt, taps it foul, first base side.
I don't know about that, Gino. The base is loaded and a force at every bag.
I don't know about that one either.
Now quickly in an 0-2 hole. This is the type of stuff, and I'm not saying that Marsh isn't going to drive in a run or hit a grand slam here, but these are the situations that Harwich needs to clean up before the playoffs.
2-strike pitch incoming to Tanner Marsh. Here it comes. Line to second. Catching it in the air is Isaiah Lane as he leapt up and hauled it in. And just like that, there are 2 gone with the bases loaded for the Mariners. This has been the biggest problem for Harwich today, Luke. They get guys on, but they can't bring those guys home.
This is now the 4th time tonight that Harwich, at minimum, has had a runner at third base with 0 or 1 outs and have not converted in those sacrifice opportunities. Not to say that Wolf can't get a 2-out knock and pick the fellas up.
The Andover, Massachusetts native gets set from the right side. A big spot. First pitch. Just misses off the dish with the changeup. 1 ball, no strikes. Kyle Wolf, I brought up he's from Andover, Massachusetts because he's been coming to the Cape ever since he was a kid. A packed house here at Veterans Field in Chatham. He had a double earlier today. It's the 1-0, swung at and missed. Fastball, low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Kyle Wolf. Rising senior from Boston College. I mean, this is a Boston Northeastern guy through and through. 1-1. Popped him up into right. Jake Hanley rovers towards the line and makes the catch. Hanley flips the ball over the wall to an Anglers fan. And this is crazy. Back-to-back frames, the Mariners had the bases loaded and nothing to show for it. We're still tied at 2 apiece. We head to the home half right here on the Mariners Radio Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
At Cape Cod Healthcare, we're committed to excellence and compassion in everything we do, like helping people maintain their active lifestyles. Our innovative orthopedic program combines advanced techniques and leading-edge technology with highly specialized teams, including our nationally recognized Center of Excellence for Joint Replacement. Our focus is getting you back to doing the things you love, in the place you love.
The Center of Excellence and the quality of care that we can deliver makes all the difference to the patients. They understand that they can get the best care right here on Cape Cod.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we know there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. Now that's how we all win. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning. Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts.
Craziness here at Veterans Field. The Mariners and the Anglers in the final game of the regular season. Harwich going to the playoffs, Chatham not. But a little bit of, I don't want to say a red flag, but something to really look at if you're Steve Angler and company heading into the postseason. Back-to-back frames, Luke. You had the bases loaded with a tie ball game, and you couldn't bring in a runner.
With nobody out.
With nobody out.
They've stranded 13 on base tonight, Gino. But hey, you shut the door here in the ninth, you win this game, that does not matter.
First pitch to Trace Mazan, the 7-spot hitter. First pitch misses low and outside. The curveball from Adam Arthur. So the Anglers trying to make the Mariners pay. Here's the 1-0. Fouled straight back. It's 7-8-9 due up for Chatham. Trace Mazan leading things off. Jake Hanley on deck. Cade Aaron Beatty in the hole. Adam Arthur on the mound for the Mariners in his second inning of work. The left-hander out of Kansas State stares down the righty. 1-1. This is low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Adam Arthur, we've talked about it, not someone that deals with a lot of high-speed pitches. His fastball coming in right around the mid to high 80s. 2-1. Pop straight back and out of play. But Arthur's signature is a changeup and curveball. He struck out Reed Stallman in the previous frame. This is a man on a mission. You can see it in his eyes, the way he operates. He kicks and fires at 2-2. Misses low, ball 3.
You're right, Chino. Adam Arthur lives for these spots. If he gives up a 900-foot home run right here, he'd look at us and say, I want the ball again in the playoffs in the same spot. And a scoreless 8th, I think, goes a long way for his confidence coming into the 9th.
Payoff pitch to Mazan. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Adam Arthur pumps his chest as he looks at his infield, struts off the mound. There's 1 gone in the bottom of the 9th. And when I talk about confidence, you can see it in his eye and his posture. That's what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. He lives for these moments. He pitches better in these moments. And he's given up a run in back-to-back appearances coming into tonight. A 3.38 ERA. It's rare for him to sacrifice runs.
Here's the first pitch to the lefty, Hanley, in there for strike 1. There's the 87-mile-per-hour fastball from Arthur. It was at the lower part of the zone. Hanley so far today, 1 for 2 with a walk and a single. The 0-1, ground ball right side of the infield. Kyle Wolf has a tough time fielding it. He flips it to his pitcher, Arthur. It gets away from him and rolls toward the Mariner dugout, but Hanley stays put at first. Discombobulation down the first base line. The second baseman for the Mariners, Michael Elko, was shifted closer towards the first base bag, and Wolf cut him off. Arthur was a step behind because he thought Elko was going to make a play and flip it to Wolf, who's the first baseman, obviously. So then Arthur had to catch up, and Wolf, as he went to scoop up the ball, had some issues fielding it. And so Hanley reaches.
Just an error on Wolf. Made multiple mistakes on that play. You said it best. You have to know the shift. That's something that doesn't go talked about enough because you don't see plays like that too much. If you're going to shift Elko, as in the Mariners, towards the first base bag, it played perfectly into the shift. That's not Wolf's jurisdiction to go get that ball.
You're right.
And if you get it, you got to make the play.
Absolutely. Cade Aaron Beatty digs in from the right side. The last hitter in this order. First pitch. Off speed down the middle for strike 1.
If you're Adam Arthur, yes, there should be 2 outs right now. But stay focused. He's been throwing strikes. He's been executing.
The 0-1, swing and a miss. Breaking ball on the outer edge. Strike 2. The infield back to its normal spots. Here's the 0-2. Fouled straight back. Fastball from Arthur. No balls, 2 strikes. It's currently 10:05 here in Chatham, and you can hear the crowd. They are fired up, as well as the Angler dugout. The 0-2. This is low. You gotta love this. The Anglers not in a playoff spot. They have nothing to play for. This is their final game of the regular season, but they are treating this like it's an elimination game. The 1-2, check swing on a low pitch. Anthony Brunetti said he went around. So strike 3 to Cade Aaron Beatty, the third punch out for Adam Arthur. There's 2 away, bottom of the 9th, with Hanley on first. That should have been the third out of the frame like we talked about. But Hanley reaching off of an error from Kyle Wolf at first. As the order flips for Chatham, it's Jackson Freeman. Touches home with his bat, and now calls time temporarily to adjust his equipment.
Can only imagine what Arthur has ready if he can get out of this inning.
Lefty on lefty, first pitch. Breaking ball on the outside. Ball one.
Arthur, one of the more volatile guys when it comes to his reactions about posting scoreless innings.
1-0. This is low. The Mariners are playing for the number 1 seed in the East. If they tie or lose, they will be tied with Orleans, but the Firebirds have the tiebreak over Harwich. Here's the 2-0. Fastball down the middle for strike one. So if the Mariners win, they take the number 1 seed. A tie or a loss, they're second. So they still have home field advantage regardless of the outcome here tonight. The 2-1, smacked foul, first base side. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Adam Arthur stares at his glove. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. Hanley on first. The pitch. Foul tip. Off the breaking ball. It came a little bit wonky off the bat, and Matt Conti just wasn't really prepared for the way that ball spat back at him. Sort of rose and spun in a weird direction. Here's the 2-2. Check swing, no appeal. Pitch was high. 3 balls, 2 strikes. What a spot for Adam Arthur. Walked on to Kansas State his freshman year, and he has an opportunity to send this thing into extras. Hanley will be in motion from first. Payoff pitch. Fouling it off.
Gotta love the energy of these games late at night. I remember when the Mariners walked off Hyannis, both teams jawing at each other from the dugouts. Brewster erupting after erasing the Harwich no-hitter into the 9th. Tonight, the Chatham A's are really bringing the energy out of their dugout.
We'll do it again with a 3-2 count. Payoff pitch from Arthur. Inside, right at the chest with the fastball. Ball 4. The Anglers, as well as their fan base, they want to see a win. Listen to this crowd. Listen to this Chatham A's dugout. Steve Englert comes out from the Mariner dugout, and a new arm comes in for Harwich. Wow, chills here at Veterans Field. So Adam Arthur's day is over. Runners on first and second. And we'll have the new arm for you when we come back on the Mariners Radio Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
At Cape Cod Healthcare, we're committed to excellence and compassion in everything we do, like helping people maintain their active lifestyles. Our innovative orthopedic program combines advanced techniques and leading-edge technology with highly specialized teams, including our nationally recognized Center of Excellence for Joint Replacement. Our focus is getting you back to doing the things you love, in the place you love.
The Center of Excellence and the quality of care that we can deliver makes all the difference to the patients. They understand that they can get the best care right here on Cape Cod.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we know there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. Now that's how we all win. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning. Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
At Cape Cod Health.
Big spot for the Mariners as they try to secure the #1 seed in the East. They can only do it with a win. And right now the Chatham Anglers, who have not qualified for the playoffs, are standing in their way. The Mariners go to the bullpen. They bring out the closer, Christian Rodriguez. Runners on first and second, 2 outs, bottom of the ninth. Daniel Jackson steps in from the right side, the big-time slugger for the Anglers. He's been here all season long, and a big spot here. First pitch, fastball on the upper edge for strike one, 91 from Rodriguez. Daniel Jackson, the rising junior from Georgia. Gets set for the 0-1. Here it comes. Cold strike two, bottom edge.
That's paint, Gino. That's why you bring him in. 95 right on the corner.
You can hear the Angler dugout chanting out to Daniel Jackson. Runners on first and second, 2 outs, bottom of the ninth, the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night from Christian Rodriguez to Daniel Jackson. Silences the Veterans Field crowd. Are you kidding me? That's what the closer does. And Christian Rodriguez in another big-time spot doing C-Rod things. We head to the 10th, still tied at 2 apiece.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
At Cape Cod Healthcare, we're committed to excellence and compassion in everything we do, like helping people maintain their active lifestyles. Our innovative orthopedic program combines advanced techniques and leading-edge technology with highly specialized teams, including our nationally recognized Center of Excellence for Joint Replacement. Our focus is getting you back to doing the things you love, in the place you love.
The Center of Excellence and the quality of care that we can deliver makes all the difference to the patients. They understand that they can get the best care right here on Cape Cod.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we know there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. Now that's how we all win. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning. Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers.
We head to extras in the final game of the regular season. Here at Veterans Field, we welcome you back on the Mariners Radio Network. With Luke Brenneman, I'm Gino Antamarino. Top of the 10th, it's 8-9-1 due up for Harwich. Kyle Wolf, the ghost runner, he's on second base. Michael Elko from the left side. Shows bunt, taps it down the third base line. Kyle Wolf charges into third. He's there safely. And Liam Powell off the mound throws out Elko at first. A nice bunt from the Mariners' second baseman. And so the Mariners just 90 feet away from breaking this deadlock.
Unbelievable. That's how it's done. One pitch. Elko wastes no time. A textbook bunt down the third base line. Cannot do it much better than that, Gino. Now it's on the Mariners to do something that they haven't done all night.
Here's Ernie Echeverria. Righty on righty. First pitch. Fastball down there in the zone for strike one.
And this is one of those things where Harwich is definitely in their own heads. Runner at third, a chance where you just need a fly ball or a ground ball to escape this crashing infield.
0-1. In there again. No balls, 2 strikes.
And that's the stuff that makes you wonder. You're just staring at 2 hangers down the middle.
Right.
I don't know what else you could be looking for. Just trying to put one in play.
The 0-2 pitch coming up. Here it comes. Broken bat. Jam shot, pop up, infield right side, and Chase Freilich makes the grab. 2 away, top of the 10th. The order flips. Wolf still on third. Nico Brini up to bat. Ball game tied at 2 apiece. Here at Veterans Field. Righty on lefty. With a win, the Mariners clinch the #1 seed in the East. With a loss or a tie, they take second. First pitch. Brini shows bunt. Taps it foul. Third base side.
Just so our audience knows, this game is over after the 10th. So if Harwich does not score a run here, it does not matter what happens in the bottom of the 10th. They do not get the 1 seed.
Nico Brini has played the most games by any Mariner this summer in his 32nd game in Game 40 of the regular season. The 0-1. Low and outside in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Daniel Jackson is a backstop behind the plate. It would only be fitting for Harwich to score a run on a pitch that gets away.
Brini from Plymouth, Massachusetts, went to Boston College High School, a packed house here in Chatham. The 1-1. Outside.
I mean, talk about a full circle Cape League moment. This is it right here. 10th inning, final game in Chatham for a Boston kid. If Brini can get the job done and send Harwich into the 1 seed or at least spark them into the bottom of the 9th with a lead.
Brini a single walk and a run today. The 2-1. Poked foul the other way. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. In the top of the 10th, Wolf on third.
Somebody's got to go win this game, Gino. There hasn't been a run since the 3rd inning.
Brini tied for second on the team with Robbins for the most RBIs. He's got 14. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Change up right on the inside bottom corner. Brini went and came up empty-handed. Still tied at 2 apiece. That means the Mariners will no longer have an opportunity to clinch the #1 seed in the East. We head to the home half of the 10th to see if the Chatham A's can walk it off in extras in front of the home crowd. We'll be back on the Mariners Radio Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
At Cape Cod Healthcare, we're committed to excellence and compassion in everything we do, like helping people maintain their active lifestyles. Our innovative orthopedic program combines advanced techniques and leading-edge technology with highly specialized teams, including our nationally recognized Center of Excellence for Joint Replacement. Our focus is getting you back to doing the things you love, in the place you love.
The Center of Excellence and the quality of care that we can deliver makes all the difference to the patients. They understand that they can get the best care right here on Cape Cod.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we know there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. Now that's how we all win. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning. Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses
14. That's the amount of base runners the Mariners have stranded here this evening. In the final game of the regular season, with Harwich going to the postseason, something you got to look at if you're Steve Englert and company, because this is a Chatham team not going to the playoffs. If you're Harwich, you got to make sure you're dotting your I's, crossing your T's. Steve Englert knows that. And now as we head into the home half of the 10th here at Veterans Field, a tie ball game. The Mariners no longer in contention with clinching the number 1 seed in the East. So they will stay at 2. They will face the Brewster Whitecaps in the first round of the 2025 playoffs. But the Chatham Anglers trying to walk it off in front of the home crowd. It's Jace Freilich from the left side. Ghost runner on second is Daniel Jackson. First pitch, shows bunt, takes it away. Breaking ball down the middle for strike 1. Josh Donegan on the mound for the Mariners. First time he has checked in to this game, in his first inning, I should say. Christian Rodriguez relieved Adam Arthur in the last frame. One batter face, a strikeout. The 0-1. Tap down the third baseline, and it is a beauty. No throw to first as Donegan came off the mound. That ball got halfway up to third and was just picture perfect. Perfect speed, perfect placement. It gave Freilich just enough time to get to first. And so with Daniel Jackson 90 feet away from winning this ball game, it's Roman Martin from the right side. The crowd here at Veterans Field, you got to give it to them. 10:30 at night on a Sunday, with this team not competing for anything other than just a win to end the season. They are out in bunches. First pitch as Freilich takes off for second. No throw as the pitch nails the outer edge for strike 1. So 2 runners in scoring position. No outs, bottom of the 10th. Roman Martin from the right side. Righty on righty. 0-1. Popped up straight back. About 8 kids, including our producer Dave Roberts, take off for that souvenir ball. Are you kidding me?
8 kids and 1 man.
Well, let's say 9 kids. There was 9 kids running after that souvenir ball. We turn our attention back to the field. The 0-2 to Martin. Low and away, ball 1.
I mean, if Donegan can pull some sorcery here and somehow end this game in a tie, I would be jawed, but
Martin 0 for 4 on the day. Listen to this crowd. The 1-2. Popped him up down the right field line. Kyle Wolf drifting in foul territory from first makes the catch for out number 1. Here comes Reed Stallman.
There's 1.
Runners on second and third for the Anglers. Bottom of the 10th, the Anglers trying to walk it off, win their last game of the 2025 season here in front of their home faithful. Stallman had an RBI single today back in the 3rd. Trying to work more of that magic here. He digs in from the left side, righty on lefty. The infield playing in for the Mariners. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. A hefty hack from Stallman as he put all of his strength into that swing. His whole body jolted from left to right on the follow through. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-1. Skips in the dirt. Matt Conti with the block behind the dish as he jumped from left to right in the full straddle, keeping the ball in front of him and keeping the runners at second and third. 1 gone, bottom of the 10th. 0-1 the count. So 1-1 the count to Reed Stallman. Here's the pitch. This is outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. To the Anglers left fielder.
I'd step off and give him first base right now. Doesn't look like they're going to do that, but a right on left matchup, Stallman's already ahead, first base is open. I'd take the force at every base no matter what in a situation like this.
Mariners have already turned 2 twice today. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Josh Donegan said, I heard that, Luke.
I will say this is great reps in a high leverage situation for Donegan. One of the guys at the front of the Mariners bullpen, and so far he's proving that he can hang in there in the big time moments of a baseball game.
1 pitch away from retiring Stallman, the 2-2. Lined to short, Marsh is there, the throw home, the tag. Got him. Wow. Tanner Marsh playing in from short, as I talked about with the infield playing so close. That was a hard hit liner right to Marsh and wasted no time firing home. And Conti applying the slap tag on Daniel Jackson. Runners on the corners for the Anglers, 2 gone. And here is Isaiah Lane.
This is awesome, Gino. This is what it's all about. That's just a heck of a play.
Marsh now back towards the outfield grass. The runner from first takes off, pitch at the plate outside. 2 runners in scoring position for the Anglers. It's Stallman on second with Freilich on third. Isaiah Lane with just 1 hit today. That was a single back in the second. The 1-0. This is low and outside. 2 balls, no strikes.
There are so many moments you can look back to throughout this Cape League summer, but when it's Isaiah Lane up, a chance to win it for Chatham in the final game, he's been Dennis Cook's guy for the A's.
2-0. Swing and a miss. A downstairs breaking ball that fooled Lane. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Chatham RBI leader trying to punch 1 more ticket in the summer of 2025.
20 RBIs this summer. The 2-1. Misses low, gets away from Conti, and Chase Freilich in to score from third. The Anglers walk it off after a wild pitch from Josh Donegan. The Anglers take the 5th meeting against the Mariners. 3-2 the final here at Veterans Field. And the home crowd roaring and on their feet. Wow. What an atmosphere here in Chatham. Almost a 4-hour game, 3 hours and 43 minutes and ticking. And the crowd here really did not go down at all. Tons of support. The Anglers dugout was up on their feet. They were chanting. They were willing their team to win. And in the final game of Chatham's 2025 season, they walk it off against the Mariners.
I mean, it's only on par with the way this game went that it would be on a wild pitch. I mean, nobody could buy a hit that was going to win this game. Nobody could buy a sacrifice RBI. And Josh Donegan did an unbelievable job in the 9th. He got the first 2 outs of the inning with 2nd and 3rd, nobody out. And in the nothing is an easy spot later in a game like that, but in a straightforward situation where no matter where the ball goes, you just need 1 more out. He spikes one in the dirt, and the A's win. It's not going to kill the Mariners, but one of those games where you look back on, you leave 14 on base, you leave about a dozen in scoring position is what it felt like, and you just couldn't break through, and you really hope that a night like tonight that goes close to 4 hours, you lose 5 pitchers coming out of your bullpen, you hope it doesn't come back to bite Harwich, because you think if you do all that, you get out of here with a win, you're on a 3-game winning streak going into the postseason, And tonight you don't win. You don't get the big hit. You do use all the pitchers, and maybe the bats are a little bit chilly going into the postseason.
Well, the Mariners do have the day off tomorrow, so a chance for them to regroup, recollect as they head into the postseason. The Mariners face the Brewster Whitecaps in the first round. That is going to be a fun series. You can check the first game, Cape League TV. That will be on Tuesday. Time still to be decided. But the Mariners obviously wanted that number 1 seed in the East with a win against the Chatham A's tonight. They couldn't get it. So Orleans, now the number 1 seed. Harwich number 2. Brewster number 3. YD number 4.
Anybody's East, Gino. It's anybody's East.
Should be a phenomenal postseason. The Mariners end this ball game. They fall 3-2 to the Chatham A's in the final game of the regular season. But we already have our sights set on the playoffs. Before we can get there, we got to sign off for tonight. 3-2 the final in extras against the Chatham A's. For our producer, Max Schubert, for my partner, Luke Brenneman, I'm Gino Antamarino signing off and saying good night. We will see you on Cape League TV on Tuesday from White House Field.